So we got our freaking fear passes, right?
Yeah.
For Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
We did it.
It's a positive and a negative.
Yeah.
It's positive because, like, fuck yeah, secured in the bag.
Stress is over.
In my ball bag, ready
Right.
to go. But it's got a bag full of, like, marbles and like spheres.
That's why it's so large.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. But it's also, oh no,
My bank account.
I've just spent money that I don't have.
Yeah.
The world is on fire. We're in the middle of a crisis of every kind. A lettuce crisis.
Oh, yeah.
But we buy tickets to things. That's what we do, baby. Frequent fear passes. You and I on this show have talked about, the discrepancy with HHN about, and by the way, folks at home, if you guys are sick of the fact that most of our fucking conversations to start these episodes are about HHN, Halloween Horror Nights for the uninitiated, buckle up. It only gets worse.
Yeah. If you don't know me, Ross Bacon, at all, at this
Classic
point,
bacon.
the only things I care about in life,
Number 1.
go into the movies,
Number 2.
go into theme parks.
Number 3.
Mainly for Halloween Horror Nights.
Is that 3 or is that 2.5?
That's 2.5.
Number 3 is me.
Yeah.
Beans Morocco,
Exactly.
co-host of the Third Channel podcast.
Yeah.
No, the thing is that it is our favorite shit. Please humor us. We'll talk about this movie that you don't care about here in just a couple of minutes.
Right.
But we've talked about on the show with regarding HHM before how IPs typically are for houses, and that scare zones you kind of get away with, being much more creative on your own.
Yeah.
I think the only outsider of something that wasn't based on their own property or their own creation, but something that came from somewhere else, in my memory of the event, is the 30th anniversary they did Crypt TV. So for them to have, we mentioned Fortnite as a scare zone, which god damn.
Yeah. I've never played the game, so I don't know what Fort Nightmares is.
It is a Halloween event that they do. So they're like Dead by Daylight. I mean, Fortnite is the famous example of jumping the shark with getting IPs in. They've got, you can play as fucking Peter Griffin, Michael Myers. You can play as, I assume, other characters from other things, none of which I can think of. Homer Simpson. One. But you can just play as anybody from anything. And so they've got Michael and Ghostface and Art the Clown and all of these characters that are in this game. So for the Halloweenosphere of gaming, they do a big event every year. Now, what I will say is that clearly this is just, hey, kids, come to the park.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we've really experienced the last several years is you can really look at the business model of, okay, we need younger audience coming in. So we got Stranger Things and we got Fortnite. We need the older audience coming in. We've got Hellraiser and we've got Killer Clowns from Outer Space,
which is another scare zone that got announced.
Here's what's interesting about Killer Clowns.
I wonder if it's the same thing that I thought.
The wording for the announcement. Because if you look at the Halloween Horror Nights website as of this recording, under scare zones, they do not show Killer Clowns. I haven't been able to find Killer Clowns anywhere on their website. They did make an announcement, but the wording of it is that the Killer Clowns from Outer Space are coming to the streets of Universal Orlando Halloween Horror Nights. More deets to come. They have been a scare zone in the past that then was made into a house, and they are coming back. But Mike Aiello has also made some comments online that kind of indicate that there might be something more being done with them. So I don't know if that means that it's an actual scare zone or if it means that they're going to just be roaming kind of like Art was.
I mean, so that's what I wanted to talk to you about because looking at the map and the scare zones that we already have, we've got the San Francisco area is already announced to be the club again. Instead of a traditional scare zone, it's a club again. You've got Fort Nightmares is in the Central Park area.
Right.
You have 2 other announced scare zones that are, property that are Jack and Oddfellow related.
I feel like that's going to be that opening stretch. It's going to be your opening arch, basically.
Yeah, and probably Manhattan or wherever the Mummy is, that area.
Well, that's what I don't. That's what I'm confused about. I don't know. There's some props that have gone up there that are like clown adjacent, but there's so many clowns this year.
But then if you take the list that we already have and go through, it's like Oh, well, that is everything.
Mm-hmm.
So where would they fit in? I think that it's going to be. I wasn't going to say Art the Clown. I was going to say like the Megans when they did
okay,
that.
yeah, that's a good
But it's some like a an ensemble, which would be cool.
Yeah,
I wish it was the Scare Zone.
Those whatever they do with the killer clowns, because they have those costumes and they are so. As far as I'm aware, they are designed by the Chiodo brothers who did the original designs in that movie.
Who would then be credited with Ernest Scared Stupid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
I can't hear it without saying it.
No, it's a great fact. The other thing that happened, the day that we got to buy our passes,
we
is,
soothsayed. We knew this was coming.
Yeah, everybody did.
Evil Dead Burn, baby, the house.
Yeah, you know what? I had heard a rumor that they were thinking about not doing it. They were going to scrap it, right?
Right, I heard this too.
But then they had listened to our discussion.
And they were like, hold on, baby. Beans and bacon like this?
Uh-huh.
Let's
give the people what they want.
Beans loved this and bacon enjoyed it kind of.
I liked it.
It was okay.
Yeah,
let's do it. Here's my thought. Because so Evil Dead Rise famously was a house that they had planned years ago.
Yes.
That then got pulled last minute.
And
at least
further
and further the announcement for Burn was going. I'm like, oh God, please don't do this to me. And then the day of Frequent Fear Pass, like I bought my pass, started working, and within 2 hours it had gotten announced.
Yeah.
So now we just have to wait for them to officially announce the Ozzy Osbourne house, which his son accidentally spoiled like 2 months ago on a podcast.
Yep.
And then there was you told me this tonight. There was apparently a Spotify ad like, this year at Horror Nights, witness the terror of Ozzy Osbourne. And it's like, you guys haven't announced that yet. They're like, oh, fuck. It's the same announcer voice, though. He's like, oh, fuck. Pull it off.
Then what was weird is like because they keep doing the like social media announcements of like, they'll give the date. And it's typically like in the next 2 days or something. And it's like, okay, an announcement is coming on the 21st.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, obviously that just leaked. They're going to just drop Ozzy.
And then it's Evil Dead.
And then they were Evil Dead. So,
you know, I have this feeling that because this event feels just tailor-made for us specifically. And like, even like Dylan, who likes Horror Nights and has gone with us in the past, but it's not his favorite thing in the world. But like finding Ozzy's going to be there. He's such a metalhead and is such a musician that it's like, that's interesting for him. It's interesting for old heads. Yeah, Stranger Things pulls him in. But Fortnite is truly where you lose me because, I mean, the scariest ensemble that you could have, scarier than Art, scarier than the Megans, scarier than the Killer Clowns, is just a bunch of fucking 6'7" skibbity kids doing the backpack dance. And I really hope that the show, like the Lagoon show this year, is they get pushed into the water and they've brought back Jaws. Hello and welcome to the Third Channel Podcast 3D,
where we delve into the horror franchises you love from the perspectives of a lifelong horror fan
and a newbie to the genre. I'm PJ, but in this one, I'm played by Bill Mosley.
And I'm Derek.
And today, the only thing we're here to talk about is tepid early 2000s horror. Man, oh man, I've never seen a more accurate representation of the 2000s movie scene than the trailers for this movie.
Okay, let me get right out in front of this.
Right.
This is the 2010s.
Oh, whatever. Actually, yeah.
This came out 10 years after the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake by Platinum Dunes.
Okay. Well, the amount of like that I felt watching this was just unmatched. It's like It was sad too because I famously make fun of this movie. I do not like this movie. And I'm sitting down and it starts and it's the trailers and it's the guy from Cabin in the Woods, like the old man out front of the gas station. And I was just like, oh, why can't we be talking about that one again? We can get Belle. She's an old friend. She'll come back. She'll talk to us about Cabin in the Woods again.
Another time.
Yeah. Well, that's got to be stuff that we missed.
Yeah. Oh, there absolutely is.
Before we begin,
yes,
some pieces of 8 of housekeeping. The first, as always, Patreon.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Go check out our Patreon. As you'll note, we have now our 4th Patreon exclusive review. You'll have seen us post about it. We now have 4. The first, you and Ty talking about Jordan Peele's Nope. The second, and I say this like this every time because at this point it's a bit that I'm working on. 16-time Oscar-nominated film Sinners is our second episode. Our third episode, we talk with my brother, local celebrity Alistair Graves, about Tim Burton's Beetlejuice. Not to be confused with Tim Burton's Beetlejuice.
Correct.
Which is not a real movie.
Nope.
And now, you know, Spider-Man's back in the news. J. Jonah Jameson's getting those pictures.
Sam Raimi's one of our favorite directors.
Danny Elfman is a living legend with a bunch of weird tattoos, and he looks like
a living Muppet.
He looks like the Muppet version of Lucille Ball. Yeah. But we have Dylan, and we're talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Starring Willem Dafoe. I know it's Tobey Maguire, but come on, let's be honest. That movie, well, no, that movie stars that sex creep who sawed his arm off in that one movie. What's his name? James Franco.
Yeah.
So please, if you haven't already, even if it's just to subscribe to our free tier to get access to our Discord, where we look to talk to you guys about your opinions on movies, your opinions on our opinions of movies, because that's what it's like to host a podcast. The only thing we have to talk about are things we've already talked about. And you know, on our upper tier, our upper echelon, the bugs in a jack-o'-lantern, if you will.
Yeah.
You get access to now all 4 of our special Patreon reviews. So please check us out.
Yeah, we're trying to get those out bare minimum monthly.
Yeah.
But we're really trying for that every 3 weeks. That way, some months you'll get 2, some months you'll get 1.
Also, for the record, anybody looking to start a podcast, don't. But, because then you're competition.
Right.
But if you are going to do it, don't do a number in your name. Because then you and your co-host feel the compulsion with all things to do everything regarding the number that's in your podcast. That's why our episodes come out at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's why our Patreon episodes come out every 3 weeks. It's why every day before, or every time we were about to record, Derek and I slap each other in the face 3 times to get the energy up.
Yeah. It stings.
I take 3 Xanax so that I bring the energy way back down.
Okay, that explains it.
This is me on 3 Xanax.
Yeah.
I'm a nutcase. I'm bipolar as fuck. But yeah, this show, again, for everybody's edification, so that you're aware, the show now has ads, but it's okay because they're our ads.
Right.
Because we're not sponsored by Tubi because they're owned by Fox News.
Right.
Thank you for letting us know that. Charlie, how old were you when Fox News was established? Okay.
Speaking of starting a podcast.
Correct.
Speaking of where we've gotten ourselves.
And speaking of being at Tampa.
Yeah. It's back, folks. The Best of the Bay Creative Loafings Best of the Bay 2026 is back, and we somehow made it on the ballot again. Thank you to anyone and everyone who nominated us.
It's crazy, too, because last year when the nominations happened, we did a big push for the nomination. We didn't really do that this year, and you guys still put us up.
Yep.
So it's incredible. Thank you.
Yep.
It was surprising, and it was that big surprise for a second of being like, oh my God, we're nominated again. Like, fuck yeah. And then, oh, holy shit, our fans are the best fans in the world.
Yep.
So thank you.
Voting has been live from July 23rd. It goes all the way through August 30th. So the whole rest of this month that you're listening, you can vote daily. So that's Third Channel Podcast. We are up for Best Podcast. That's under the entertainment section. Our producer, Fly Guy Ty, is also up for Best Hip Hop Act. That's also under entertainment. You will find links to go straight to those pages, so you don't even have to do any digging down in the episode description on these episodes.
Yep.
So yeah, please go and vote. It takes very little time, very little effort.
As a quick little sojourn into the territory of cross promotion, I stream typically bi-weekly or weekly with my brother Alistair Graves on his YouTube page. We're playing Helldivers right now, which is a lot of fun. We've got a couple friends that are playing with us. You know, we're sacrificing our bodies for the sake of fucking liberty.
Oh, right.
So, you know, it's a lot of fun. But something to point out is that Alistair Graves is also nominated for Best Burlesque Act. Don't get confused by all the different ways. Just Alistair Graves. Find the nomination that says his name. Vote for him there as well. And I'm saying that now because we streamed today and he pitched our podcast today without even being asked.
Oh, that's cool.
So I figured I would return the favor.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's up for a couple things. We're up. And I don't know. I'm just excited about this whole thing. And we'll see.
I love it. I love this time of year. It's always fun. And it just, what you guys have done is given two guys that, you know, really love this stuff and work hard to try to make something fun. You make in these moments where you nominate us for stuff, you subscribe to Patreon, or you just comment on stuff or tell us in public that you hate us and you're going to kill us or that you really like it. It makes us feel alive. You know, it makes us feel like a lot of the effort that we've put out into this has reached someone and it's great. And we love doing this show for you guys. So thank you.
And with that in mind, I think we also have to apologize because
our show is terrible.
I feel like we haven't done a great job over the last month of explaining like, hey, by the way, guys, this is the episode that's coming up next week.
Yeah.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a bizarre franchise.
Especially because if you look at it through the lens of our reviews, Evil Dead Burn is the third entry.
Right.
Right.
But we did that mainly because, you know, we wanted to get that Evil Dead conversation out as quickly as we could.
Yeah.
And
we want to be part of the conversation of that movie in a broader scope.
Yeah. And also it gives you the opportunity while it's still in theaters to have gone and watched it and then listen to us without being spoiled.
Yeah.
That being said, with this episode, you'll probably realize, hey, aren't there a couple of those Texas Chainsaw movies that you skipped?
We did.
And you didn't tell us? Yeah. If you have followed Third Channel Podcast since the beginning, you kind of know that typically in these franchises, we skip one or two for whatever reason, at least on a first go round. We'll probably get around to them eventually. And so
we kind of limit what we consider the franchise as far as certain criteria. A great example is Hellraiser. At the end of the Hellraiser franchise, we didn't discuss the ones without Doug Bradley. Because they're terrible.
But we did discuss the one that doesn't have Doug Bradley, which is great.
Because it is just like the one where really doesn't have Tony Todd in it, the Candyman kind of requel, reboot, whatever you'd call it. The reason being for Texas Chainsaw that we didn't do the Platinum Dunes remake is twofold. One, we usually don't do straightforward remakes. But two, if you want to know what we have to think about that, maybe sometime soon you'll be able to hear about our opinions on that if you are a subscriber on Patreon.
That's true.
Patreon is a great tool for us because what it allows us to do is talk about the stuff that we usually don't have time for. We just put it over there. And it's great.
And man, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, it just feels right to talk about in August.
Yeah, it feels right to talk about it in August. And it feels good to talk about, like, because, the Texas Chainsaw remake is Platinum Dunes knocked it out of the park with so many of the remakes. That is not an exception. I really like that remake.
And it's basically the one that kind of kicked it all off.
Yeah. Then you have the one that they made 10 years later, which is a giant, heaping, flaming pile of dated and terribly written shit called Texas Chainsaw 3D. 3D, by the way, here in this context, stands for 3, don't watch it. Evil wears many... Oh, that's a good tagline, though. Evil wears many faces. A young woman learns that she has inherited a Texas estate from her deceased grandmother. After embarking on a road trip with friends to uncover her roots, she finds she is the sole owner of a lavish, isolated Victorian mansion. But her newfound wealth comes at a price as she stumbles upon a horror that awaits her in the mansion's dank cellars. Now, dank is a great word because it makes me think of dank ass kush, just smoking fat blunts. Am I right? Guys, can I get a blunt in the chat? Sorry, I was just ripping. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I like that. That's more of like a plot synopsis than the ones that are like, this happens, then this happens, then this is what happens at the end. It's like, well, you just told me everything. Don't spoil the movie for me, baby.
Just tease me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm being Rocco. I'm nasty as fuck, but I don't want your spoilers.
Yeah.
I don't know why my voice got that high. I don't want your spoilers, baby. There's a snake in my boot.
It's not even how Woody
Toy
sounds.
Story. We're going to do that on Patreon one day.
Oh, yeah.
No, probably not. That is a good point, by the way. Revisiting Patreon and that discussion for literally 2 seconds. If there are movies that you guys love and you think that either we should talk about or that fit somewhere into the discussion, like how Beetlejuice is sort of horror adjacent, something like that, tell us. Fucking tweet us, leave us a comment or DM us on Instagram. Let us know if you have a movie that you absolutely, and also if you have a movie that you absolutely love and you would like to sit and talk with us for one of those movies. Fucking ask us if you know us, and if you don't, Tim Claude.
Oh
Tim,
yeah, we're gonna have Tim on at some point. We got to.
We're gonna record that episode from the Brunswick, Georgia Buc-ee's. We're gonna eat all the brisket burritos and get as much gasoline as money can buy. Which nowadays, because of the Strait of Hormuz, not a lot. It's crazy that he ruined the entire economy just to get away with the fact that he's on the list.
Yeah, he certainly is.
You know, you and I have been making the joke about the list since like, oh God, it's like 18 franchises ago. I think we brought it up in fucking Nightmare on Elm Street. And nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
That's why we watch these movies, folks. Nothing that we can watch is scarier than what's actually happening.
It's a good point.
That's not true. Zombie movies are scary. Anyway, please.
The first time I saw this movie,
Yes.
I actually saw it in theaters.
Did you?
In 3D.
That's amazing. Did those stupid fucking horrible looking gimmicks pay off?
Oh man, they were so great.
You're fucking...
So I am someone who I like to see if a movie is shot in or is kind of put out there in 3D in a big way. I like to go see it in 3D in theaters.
Sure.
Because I know that I probably won't get that option again at home.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like to see what the original intent was.
The only example that I can think of where I agree with you is Coraline. I think I did not know Coraline was made with 3D in mind. And so after the fact, I saw it, and I think that works really well. But I do not like the gimmick of the 3D movie that happened in the 2000s and the 2010s. Yeah. I think it is cheap.
It's after, honestly, it is after the two best examples of 3D in filmmaking are Coraline and James Cameron's Avatar.
James Cameron's Avatar is a great use of that. I also saw that movie in 3D.
Yes. And those two movies come out within the same year, if I'm not mistaken. And it is after that 3D always makes a return in cinema every like 30 years.
Sure.
And so that was that wave of it. But the problem is that so much of that was taken, much like most things in Hollywood, the companies out there take the wrong lesson from the success of things like Coraline and Avatar. And they go, oh, well, how do we do it? How do we do it cheaply? Yeah. Well, we'll just convert most of these things to 3D.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I've watched like Star Wars Episode 1 converted for 3D.
Really?
I've watched Titanic converted for 3D. I've seen Jaws. I've seen Lion King, all converted for 3D. I think I've seen Beauty and the Beast.
I'd be interested to see Jaws in 3D.
Oh, it is. It is so good. It is like, it's almost as if, and it's just the way that he frames things.
Yeah.
It is almost as if it was shot with 3D in mind.
Well, the prop was so, like, Bruce was so big that I can't imagine that it's a coincidence entirely. You want it to feel like it's popping out at you.
Yeah.
But in sincerity, do you think that when you saw this film in 3D in theaters, do you think it actually paid off, or do you think it's cheap, like sort of schlocky?
What I'll say, and what they talk about in the special features on the Blu-ray, is that with this one, and I'll agree, they don't do a ton of the gimmicky shit in this.
And the ones they do are typically like either the really predictable, like her running the meat through the saw is like, oh, fuck off. Or it's like a horrible digital thing.
Yeah, whenever he throws the chainsaw a couple times at the screen, it's real bad.
You mean when the movie's like, yeah, fuck you, the Saw franchise, a better franchise.
So it's like that's what they were with this one. There was restraint in that. The way that they talk about it is like they wanted to do more of the creating the depth of a scene, and then punctuate it with those gimmicky moments.
I have to see it then. But that's interesting. Yeah, because it's not a lot of moments. It's like 2 or 3 that stand out as like oh, come on.
Because it was like halfway through the movie when rewatching that I thought, oh, this is done for 3D. I haven't noticed a lot of that yet. And then the back half of the movie has several more.
Obviously, the first time I watched this film was in my apartment. I don't know why I even participate in this discussion.
Sometimes it's different.
But you're the schmoob.
Right.
You know, and your schmoobies usually, you the schmoobies out there usually have better stories about this stuff than I do, which is all of these in 6 months in my apartment. What I will say, though, is I watched it in 2D and there were 3 takeaways from this film. And we'll get to all 3 of them at one point, I'm sure. But the biggest takeaway from this film is that this serves as an example of the strangest, like, retcon sort of like people don't know how to write themselves out of weird, like, timing things when they revisit these very old franchises.
Yes. It's kind of the first big example of that, I think.
Yeah. It has stuff in it that I like. It has stuff in it that I despise. But when I say despise, I don't mean like there are moments in like Inferno's a good Dario Argento's. I almost did it again. I almost said Dante Alighieri. Dario Argento's Inferno has things in it because I do not like that movie, but it has things in it that I don't like. I don't think there's anything in it that I despise.
Right.
Because I despise things in this because it feels corporatized and think tanky and very like, it just feels like it's been cut and printed by people who do not give a fuck. And it reeks of that to me. But the thing I love about it the most is how stupid it is. From the jump, the narrative of this movie is just like, what? You're making them? Who are you making the hero in this? Who's the good guy? And it's so dumb. I love it. I love how much I hate it.
I'll start by saying I kind of dig this movie for that exact reason.
Okay.
Because the whole movie is dumb.
Do you ever have one of those moments where you hate something so much and because of why you hate it, you kind of love it? Same.
Yeah.
I don't hate watching it because it's ridiculous. We have so much to talk about.
Yeah.
The first thing we have to talk about is, do you think Pig from Saw, like Jigsaw, do you think that's the good guy in this movie? Is that the hero?
It might be. Was he serving hot dogs earlier that day?
He's the hot dog.
Yeah.
He's the hot pig. I don't care. Yeah. Go ahead. I don't care about any. I quit the podcast. I'm
oh God. He's leaving.
I'm back. I need the money. Derek pays me.
In 2 Pringles.
don't die.
Texas Chainsaw was released January 4th of 2013. It's another fuck you, it's January release. It's directed by John Luessenhop. It is written by Steven Susko, Adam Marcus, Deborah Sullivan, and Kirsten Elms. If that isn't an indication of our problems immediately.
Yeah.
It's produced by Carl Mazzacone. The cinematography is done by Anastas N. Mikos, who had shot the music video for Phil Collins' Another Day in Paradise.
Okay.
They were the DP on the Jim Carrey film Man on the Moon from 1999.
Okay.
The psychological thriller from 2004 called The Forgotten, starring Julianne Moore. I also saw that in theaters. Perfect Stranger, a psychological thriller starring Halle Berry from 2007. Also shot The First Purge, The Empty Man, a 2020 horror film, and then an episode of Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities.
Which one?
The Autopsy.
Oh, this is the best one. I love that episode.
It's it may be my favorite of the bunch.
It's that one, or it's the one with Blake T. Nelson in the storage unit.
Yeah, I like that one. That's the first episode.
Yeah.
He also shot The Home, which is a 2025 horror film that stars Pete Davidson in an old folks' home.
Okay.
It was fine.
Okay.
I did see it. Fine. He's just himself.
That's
there's not much acting to it.
Yeah. There's a million examples of that, but I couldn't imagine that he can give a performance outside of just being like a guy with really crazy big teeth.
Mm-hmm. And eyes.
Yeah.
It's edited by Randy Bricker, who had also edited The Arrival, the sci-fi horror film from 1991. He was the editor on Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers from 95.
Oh, no.
Hellraiser, Bloodline from 96.
Oh, uh-oh.
The sci-fi horror film Phantoms from 98. Bride of Chucky from 98. Cult of Chucky from 2017. And 9 episodes across all 3 seasons of the Chucky series. We've talked about it before.
It's just odd because I like almost everything there.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I don't like, I really don't like. Which, by the way, is one of those 9 episodes of Chucky.
Oh,
I won't say which one, but I hate it. No, it's Curse of Michael Myers. That movie's terrible.
Yeah, very bad. The budget for this film is $20 million.
What?
It made $47.3 million.
Okay.
The director, John Luessenhop, he hasn't directed a whole lot. He did a short film in 94 called Tick, Tick, Tick. He had done a prison drama in 2000 called Lockdown, which starred Richard T. Jones, who we talked about in Event Horizon, Bill Nunn, who was in Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh, and Sticky Fingers from Leprechaun Back to the Hood. So he directed a movie with a bunch of people we know.
Okay.
He directed a movie called Takers, a heist film from 2010, which stars Paul Walker, Idris Elba, Jay Hernandez, who stars in Hostel, Nicholas Turturro from Hellraiser Inferno.
Oh, okay. Really quickly, because I haven't told you this, and I'm telling you this right now.
This is breaking.
Yeah. I recently went on a trip with my family, and while we were in our rented home, the internet was out. So the only thing that was working was the cable. It was like an antenna because we were on an island, and that's the only thing that was working. And so we turned it on, and we had 3 channels, and one of them was playing SVU. And Nicholas Turturro was in the episode.
Oh, my God.
And I said, do you know who John Turturro is? And my dad said, yeah, that's his brother, Nicholas. And I was like, you know who that is? He goes, yeah, I love SVU. And it was like, what the fuck? My dad's his biggest fan. He loves Hellraiser Inferno.
Now, you said that the TV you were watching only had 3 channels. Was our podcast just playing on that 3rd channel?
No, it was porn.
Oh.
And then I switched to that, by the way, and my dad started rattling off those people as well. Oh, he's going to hear this and be stupid. Nah, he doesn't listen to this.
But yeah, Takers also stars Hayden Christensen, T.I., and Chris Brown.
Oh, Chris Brown is the most dangerous one.
Yeah. He's also the executive producer on Leatherface in 2017.
Because Hayden Christensen played a character where he choked the girl that he loved.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown did that for real.
Yeah.
How is he? It doesn't matter.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah.
But I agree. How is he?
Men,
Not how is he doing? How is he still famous? And
men should be punished for when they fuck up.
Yes, they should. The story of this film was written by Steven Susko, who had also wrote The Grudge 1 and 2, Unfriended, Dark Web, which is the sequel, Hellfest from 2018, and then a sci-fi horror film called Test Screening, and another one called Do Not Enter from 2026. So he's still writing today, still doing some horror stuff.
Cool. Okay.
The story and screenplay is done by Adam Marcus, who was the writer and director of Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. That's where we've talked about him before.
Oh, no.
He also wrote Conspiracy, an 2008 thriller, Momentum, a 2015 thriller, and Secret Santa, a 2018 horror comedy.
I bet those are all terrible.
He wrote that with his screenplay writing partner, Deborah Sullivan, all 3 of those. The screenplay was also written by Kirsten Elms, who had written a horror short film in 2002 called Stash. She wrote Banshee, a TV thriller from 2006, Exeter, a horror film from 2015 directed by Marcus Nispel, who had directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, and the Friday the 13th remake.
Interesting.
So I like that guy's work.
I like both of those.
Producer Carl Mazzacone was the producer on Dumb and Dumber When Harry Met Lloyd from 2003. That's the prequel.
It's weird. Dylan and I were just talking about Dumb and Dumber today.
Yeah?
Yeah, about how Jeff Daniels is really good in everything and then terrible in those.
Yeah. Also the producer on Repo, the genetic opera from 2008.
Really? Okay, that's it. Oh, Bill Moseley. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It's all coming together. The Tortured, a psychological thriller from 2010, Leatherface, the prequel to this film, 2017, and a zombie film from 2020 called Alone. And the music is done by John Frizzell, who had done the music for Alien Resurrection, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, 13 Ghosts, Ghost Ship, Stay Alive, Leatherface, and then also worked on Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead Do America, King of the Hill, Office Space, Tales from the Tour Bus, Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, and then the new series of Beavis and Butthead. He did music for all that.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we didn't talk about him, but even though the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning had a modest box office success in 2006, it had only grossed about half of what the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake had made in 2003. And so Platinum Dunes was then unenthused over that performance, and they chose not to make a third film in the franchise. So shortly thereafter, Mark Berg and Orrin Coles, who are with Twisted Pictures, they were producers on the Saw franchise.
Okay.
They became interested in trying to acquire the rights to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series from New Line Cinema. Berg and Coles had approached the Grudge screenwriter Steven Sisko to draft the film, but the rights complications held the development up for a while. Twisted Pictures eventually succeeded and closed a multi-picture deal with Lionsgate Distributing. Sisko had apparently originally mapped out a trilogy of films that would have been shot on 16mm. The first would have explored the Sawyer family's backstory and brought back Sally Hardesty. Producer Carl Mazzacone was on board alongside of Berg, Coles, and series creators Toby Hooper and Kim Hinkle. They were both very impressed by Sisko's pitch. James Wan was originally slated to direct the first film, while Hooper and Neil Marshall, who did Dog Soldiers and The Descent, they were then considered to do the second and the third films in the trilogy.
I hate when
all of this sounds great.
I hate when these facts happen because it's like, well, why the fuck are we in this version?
Right.
Like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. From what I had read, they were originally going to do this trilogy, but they were going to release them like kind of out of order. Like they were going to do part 2 first, and it was going to take mostly in like a hospital. Then part 1 was going to come out and lead us through to catch us back up to why we're in this hospital. And then the third film would have capped it all off.
I like storytelling like that too.
Mm-hmm. All of that sounds
Toby Hooper and Neil Marshall together would be fucking awesome. The two of them are so specifically like stylistically bleak.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Would have been good. James Wan eventually fell off that project in order to direct Insidious. And then following his departure, Lionsgate became more involved in the development of the film. The studio mandated originally a PG-13 rating, contemporary setting, and for the film to be made in 3D.
Yeah. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, which is, of course, shot at Coachella. And instead of a chainsaw, Leatherface uses like a bubble wand, but he's mixed a bunch of acid tabs in there. So if the bubble pops on you, you lose your fucking mind.
Yeah. Those are good ideas. You should be writing these down.
I'm on acid right now.
Oh
That's
my
where
God.
they're coming from. So
Lions-
are you, by the way.
What?
Bubbles.
Oh, because the bubbles.
Yeah.
That explains a lot. That's why I can't read my
I was going to
notes.
say, it explains a lot, like why the table just turned into a dolphin.
Lionsgate was particularly adamant about removing any depictions of cannibalism, largely because you're going to love this. Largely because of the studio's The Midnight Meat Train bombed at the box office.
So a movie. Oh, Jesus Christ. A movie that was bad.
That somewhat has some cannibalistic things going on.
Kind of.
They were like, oh, well, that's the reason it didn't do well.
No, it didn't do well because it was stupid.
Nah, it's great.
Oh, I hate you, dude. Nobody listening to the show has any idea what you actually think.
Yeah, that's how I like to live.
You goddamn troll.
Sometimes.
You ogre.
Oh.
Shit.
I'm not going any further than that.
Guys,
you'll yell at me if I do.
Guys, leave a comment if Derek should go to AMC by our house and buy the Shrek popcorn bucket where it's him in an outhouse.
Yeah, there's still one available.
It's like $40.
If it goes on sale,
then yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the green light
from Bean Rocco.
Sisko reconfigured his script to jump forward 37 years after an opening sequence where Sally is killed off. Lionsgate rejected the draft and asked for the film that was more closely adhered to the storyline of the original film instead. So back to the drawing board here. By October of 2010, Adam Marcus, director of Jason Goes to Hell, and Deborah Sullivan were tasked with writing a new script from the ground up. Marcus and Sullivan's screenplay, titled Leatherface 3D, also began exactly where the original film ended, but primarily took place in 1993. Now, I find that interesting. One, I think it's just, okay, so we jumped 20 years instead of, 37 years or whatever. But it's also, it's weird that Jason Goes to Hell came out in 1993.
Right.
Anyway, officially.
I didn't put that together because I don't know the dates of anything ever.
Right.
But that's interesting.
It's just weird that Adam Marcus, locked onto that year.
Yeah.
For some reason.
He was like, man, that was the year that my life went to fucking hell. Oh, hell. Shit, dude.
It truly did.
My career went to hell is what the movie should be called.
There's a documentary about it that's basically that, of just how troubled and awful the making of that movie and release of that movie is.
Good.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
That's because that movie was produced by a Nepo baby.
Officially retitled as Texas Chainsaw 3D, John Luessenhop was selected to helm the film in May of 2011. Production was expected to begin in June, and then Marcus and Sullivan had departed the project after being asked by a producer to perform a rewrite without further payment. So Luessenhop and Kirsten Elms then handled further rewrites. In those revisions, they kept the 1973 set opening, but moved the setting from 1993 to present day. Yet they retained Heather's age of 19 years old.
So for those of you who will watch this movie and didn't piece this together, because I didn't piece this together when watching, because you don't think about it.
Yep.
The film takes place, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre takes place in 74, maybe 73.
Yeah.
But it is in the early 70s. This movie starts in the early 70s. We jump to the then modern day of 2013.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah.
She, the character who at this point is 40 fucking years old, is played by a 20-year-old Alexandria Daddario.
So yes, the movie takes place in 2012. The opening scene is set in 1973.
Right.
Heather is a baby.
Right.
This would then make Heather at least 39 years old throughout the rest of the film. But her character is, obviously much younger because Alexandria Daddario was only 25 when that movie was shot.
And she looks young.
Yes.
Now, it's crazy.
What people have made the joke about this year, because as of this year, she has turned 40.
Okay.
She still looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But
not like a 20-year-old.
No.
Right.
No. It's still if you think about the timing of this movie at all, it falls apart.
Here's the thing about time and entropy. No matter how good you look when you're 40, you still don't look 20.
That's true.
Or you do, but you look like 20 years old with a bunch of filler and Botox. Like me.
Yeah.
I am both 40 and have had a lot of work done.
That's how you look so good.
I look like Joan Rivers with a beard.
Apparently, Mother's Day screenwriter Scott Millam was consulted on the script, and he questioned the timeline discrepancy, to which he was apparently told by the producer, quote, "The audience is not going to care." But as of this discussion, we care. It's
the thing of, if you're paying attention, he has the point of, this isn't the movie for that.
Yeah.
No one's going to be looking for that. It's, it's the famous Harrison Ford quote of Mark Hamill saying my hair should be wet and him being like, dude, if people are looking at that, the movie didn't work.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, kind of. But this movie also didn't work. And that's a really obvious and stupid problem to have.
Yeah.
The whole thing takes place in a quiet little town. Your bus looks like it's from the 80s. Like the van that they drive looks like it's from the 80s. The house is a timeless country home. Say it's the 90s.
Yeah.
It's because they needed cell phones, I guess.
For them to, well, yeah, because you have that one show me your video as you're walking through the house.
But you don't need to do that.
No.
You could have the entire scene take place without the two of them watching and then them find out later.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. You're writing the movie. You can make anything you want happen. If they wanted God himself to walk down a big stairway from heaven and finger fuck the Leatherface to orgasm, you can just do that. And I will.
Wow. In preparation for this film, director Luessenhop had watched several horror films and documentaries to get a feel of what had been done before. He had enlisted makeup artist Mike McCarty of the K&B Effects Group and production designer Willem A. Elliott in the recreation of the Sawyer house for the opening sequence, which I love.
I love that. I think that looks great. I think other than the digital effects in this movie are dated. Everything in this time period is dated.
Yeah.
But the practical effects look incredible in this.
Yes, they do.
And I think this might be my second favorite Leatherface mask of all of them. I like it, the weird fucking flap of extra skin.
Yep.
I like that he sews it to his own face. It's really neat stuff that they fuck around with.
They have a featurette where they're talking about the mask specifically, and Gunnar Hansen, he is like, whenever I saw that, I was just like, man, why didn't we ever think of that? That is
fucking cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Dan Yeager was cast as Leatherface, becoming the sixth actor to portray the character on screen. He had minimal acting experience, but was picked by Luessenhop for his severe demeanor. He's also the tallest person who's ever played Leatherface.
That's funny because he doesn't seem it.
Yeah, he's like 6'6", I think.
He is incredible.
He's very good.
He's the best part of the movie. All the Leatherface shit is the best part of the movie. Yeah. I love so much the sort of gait that he has. Because the thing is, it's easy to play Leatherface as a Michael or like a big hulking monster, like a Tyler May Michael. It's easy to do that, but you're missing the point, which is he is a kid in a man's body. Like he is, in the movie, I think the lawyer says he's emotionally 8 years old, and you feel that in this.
Yeah. Well, and he's having to walk with such an odd gait because going off of what happens to Leatherface at the end of the original film, his leg is damaged, so he walks odd.
It's really good stuff.
Gunnar Hansen, who was Leatherface in the original film, he is cast as Boss Sawyer. For the opening sequence of this film. He gets a speaking role. He gets a couple of great little moments, and this is his last film. Unfortunately,
that's a shame.
I mean, not that this I like that he went out on this because he at least got to kind of play in the sandbox again.
He got to be his the character that made his career's whatever family member. Yeah, I like that. I think that's sweet.
Yeah, John Dugan, he reprises his role as Grandpa Sawyer, so that's the same dude.
I laughed so hard I had tears in my eyes. It's the funniest thing ever. We'll get there, trust me.
Bill Moseley, who had previously portrayed Chop Top in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. He was cast...
Charlie wants to fuck.
That is correct. He is cast as Drayton Sawyer, the cook.
Crazy and also terribly handled.
Oh, you think so?
I do, and we'll get to it, but I do.
Okay. And then Marilyn Burns, who was Sally Hardesty in the original, she takes the part of Verna Carson.
Yes.
Heather's grandmother. Principal photography was underway in late July of 2011 in Shreveport, Louisiana. They shot on 3D on red Epic cameras. Shooting lasted for about 28 days.
I'd believe that. 28 days later.
Well, I mean, I think most movies like this size and budget, they shoot for about a month. Down and dirty, just get it done.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the newbie part of this coming out of me, but I didn't know. I just assumed it would take longer.
Yeah, I think most movies of this size, 1 to 2 months is pretty solid for shooting days.
Who wins in a fight, Leatherface or Dr. Doom? As Doomsday, is right around the corner.
Oh yeah, it's
Leatherface.
It's Leatherface.
Yeah,
he's tall.
Well, Dr. Doom uses magic or whatever, but he just gets his hands chopped off.
Yeah. Production, like they always do on these movies, proved very difficult for the cast and crew. Temperatures as high as 114. Crew members were having to be taken to the hospital while equipment would constantly overheat. And apparently near the end of production, Mikos, the DP, had stepped down, while the remaining cast and crew members switched to a 24-hour schedule just in order to complete the film. The film's 3D engineer, Marcus Langsinger, was then suddenly pulled from his work to then handle second unit stereography, which that's like stereo photography or 3D photography.
Okay.
Footage from the original film that you see at the very beginning was converted to 3D, and then post-production was concluded in June of 2012. So finally, with the release of this, Texas Chainsaw 3D was released theatrically in January. It was originally scheduled for a release of October 5th of 2012, so it was almost on my birthday. Luessenhop described the delay as a, quote, business decision, but Bloody Disgusting has reported that the film was being recut after receiving an NC-17 rating from the MPAA. Producer Carl Mazzacone and executive producers Mark Berg and Oren Coles, they had originally obtained the rights to make 7 Texas Chainsaw Massacre films, including this one. So the plan was, we're going to make this one as a direct sequel to the original. It's going to be a hit. And when it is, we're going to make 6 more after this, much like Saw had just had 6 sequels.
Yeah.
Alexandra Daddario, Scott Eastwood, and Tom Barry were all signed on for the sequels. And then in 2014, or by 2014, the producer's option on the series was close to expiring, which then led the studio hiring Scott Millam to pen the script based on an outline that was written by producer Mazzacone. But that was then rejected for being too expensive, and they opted for a prequel simply titled Leatherface, which was released in 2017, and that's what we'll talk about next week.
And spoiler alert, we don't recommend it.
What?
It is bad. You know, we were talking about all the cameos, like Sally's character comes back as the Verna character in this and whatnot. In the town that they're in, Alexandra's character is buying like stuff for a grill or what. It looks like charcoal or whatever. There's also a bag of like fertilizer that's kind of in that. That is Franklin's actor because he's a big pile of shit.
Agreed. You did it now, boy. You let that bitch me get away.
We got trouble.
All right, just stay back now, Bird. I got you. We're here to back you up.
Yeah, you can start by getting everybody back in their cars and hightailing it out of here.
That ain't gonna happen. Let's go, boys. Let's see some bitches.
Hey, I got control of this. He's bringing the boy out, okay? What are we doing there, Sheriff?
Get his ass out!
Look, he's bringing his son out here.
Bring him out! Let him up,
No.
Bobby. Back your delivery! No!
This movie is interesting for a lot of reasons. It is a sort of like 2 conflicting qualities in one thing. The set of the movie starts with, it is an immediate aftermath.
Yes.
Sally has escaped, has gone to the police, and Sheriff Hooper. Movies usually piss me off when they do that, but this one's kind of cute because I like this guy.
Yeah.
Even though his performance is terrible, but I like the character. The sheriff shows up to the Sawyer house and is like, hey, we know that your son named Jed in this one.
Jedediah.
Odd choice.
Yeah. There's a character named Jedediah in the remake, but isn't Leatherface.
No.
But I don't know. It's just Jed.
Yeah. But it's interesting to me that you have this, it immediately establishes weird things. It looks amazing.
Yes.
The way it's shot is incredible. It has that sort of original Texas Chainsaw, like yucky yellow, sort of sweaty, you know, like
it's shot with this kind of sepia tone to it. I don't know if they shot it on like film or anything to give it that grain or anything, but it is it's one of those things where I personally love this opening sequence. I think that it may piss off certain people who are like, how dare you, like, try and put this up against the original.
Oh, no, I don't care about that.
But I love, like, the attention to detail, the recasting of people or bringing in people from the original film to have these little parts.
I like that too. And we touched on this just a minute ago.
Yeah.
I think that the Bill Moseley, Drayton Sawyer casting is a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bill Moseley is an exceptional performer. He is one of my favorite horror actors of all time. They just don't do anything good with this. It's like Drayton is an insane person.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately, this is where you have the problem with this movie for me.
Right.
It is immediate. The Sawyers are not relatable. They are not good people. They are savage animals who have long lost their minds. It is assumed that they have inbred to some degree. They kill, butcher, and eat human beings.
And sell.
Yes, unfortunately, to the unwitting. That wasn't a tooth or a finger bone. That was a big peppercorn.
Yeah.
He is not... Bill Moseley's performance in this is that of an angry, concerned parent.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what it should have been. He should have been fucking crazy. There's no way that Drayton Sawyer looks out the window and goes, "What are we doing, Sheriff?" It's like, no, they're going to fucking immediately, they're dogs.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to immediately attack people.
Yeah. I see what your point is.
And also, when did the Sawyer family become the McPoyles from Always Sunny? Why are there like 30 of them?
Yeah, it's like we see like a couple other cars like drive up real quick and people with shotguns like hop out and run into the house. And so it's like in the hours that it's been.
Yeah.
They've made the call to any other member of this extended Sawyer Carson family.
Yeah, they lit the beacons.
Right.
Oh, because of Aragorn.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's one of the Sawyers.
Yep. Yeah.
And so is Matthew McConaughey. But that does lend credit to my theory in 3 is that Texas is just covered in cells of where they all have a kid who's developmentally disabled and he wears faces.
Yeah.
But to the point that I'm making, it's like it's immediately undercut them trying to humanize the Sawyers when Drayton opens the metal slider door and is like, "What the fuck did you do this time?" And it's Leatherface.
Right.
He's wearing a person's face. Like a mask.
Yes. It is that thing of where immediately you're not wrong. Immediately the story becomes ridiculous because it is, how do we humanize? How do we, by the end of this, turn Leatherface, who if we're only taking the original 1974 film into account, we have seen him butcher a group of teenagers.
We watched him take a 16 to 20-year-old girl and put her on a meat hook.
So how do we turn him by the end of this film? 90 minutes, we're going to make him the anti-hero that we've always believed he was.
And they kind of lean a little too hard on the disability thing where they're like, well, he doesn't know any better. And it's like, right, that's always been the case. But in the original, it doesn't matter because he's been taught he is a simple and vulnerable kid, basically, who is taught to be a murderer and cannibal by his assumed psycho dad. So, like,
psycho dad, psycho dad.
I don't know. It is so, and it's like it's the dress, like the dinner mask too. So it's like covered in makeup. By the way, it looks great.
Yeah,
the recreation of that looks great. And like his face shape is different, so it's a little bit like more of a rounded face, but I don't mind that at all. Yeah. Seeing that metal door slide open with the red wall behind it was so chilling. I love the visual of all of this. Then you have the other weird head scratchy moment where it's like, what the fuck is this? The sheriff is there, and then as you hear in our clip, because this clip is the opening of the film.
Yeah.
A group of people pull up. And they're like, "Them's the Sawyers, get them." And it's like, who the fuck are you? And they all seem to be related to some degree. I was like, who the fuck are these people? This hasn't been established at all. So then I wait for the whole movie for them to explain why. And they don't. They never go, oh yeah, these two families have a conflict. It's like the Montagues and Capulets. They don't do that.
But that's kind of what they wrote the script with the idea of, is the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Great. That would have been interesting.
Uh-huh.
That would have been interesting. Maybe the mayor's family who goes and seeks, like, vigilante justice on the Sawyers, maybe the reason the Sawyers were, I mean, that's a way you could humanize them to a degree. Maybe the reason they were driven into kind of isolation, this extreme poverty that led them to be cannibals generationally, is because maybe their business was stolen or they were forced into this by another rival family, but they don't explore any of that.
No.
You just have these group of people led by the guy who would later become the mayor, who is a terrible actor, and his performance is god awful. To the point where, and I don't know that I've said this about many performers in our podcast, but it's like, I swear to God, he's reading fucking cue cards. He is so bad, dude.
He's not good.
No, he's terrible. And it's like, then you see him later, and it's supposed to be he's older by 40
years
or 20 years.
Yeah.
And he looks exactly the same. And
they de-age him and a couple of the others,
but not well.
No, it doesn't look great.
No.
I think of the bunch, I think he strangely looks the best. The couple who take Heather as a baby, their de-aging looks awful. The digital de-aging.
I truly believed, by the way, because we're just about to get here.
Yeah.
I truly believed that the mother, who, like the adopted mother of Heather, was Allison Janney.
Oh yeah, okay, I can see it.
I was like, no way you get Allison Janney for this.
No.
She won an Oscar, and she deserves our respect.
They end up these vigilantes end up firebombing and burning down the Sawyer house
Immediately. The sheriff is like, everyone, we're not doing mob shit. Get back in your car. And they're like, no, light it up. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's how you do it in Texas, baby.
Oh, shit. Guys, leave a comment if you're from Texas.
And we get the quote, because it comes back later, of this. Bert Hartman is the guy who's leading the mob.
Yeah.
He says, "Eye for an eye, Sheriff. Can't get around the good book." The only other big thing here is that, there's a mother, a young mother who has a baby.
This is a fucked up sequence.
Oh, yeah.
They burn the house down. The sun has gone down. So it's been the whole day of them making sure the house is burned down. Something stupid is they find a burnt and blackened chainsaw in the rubble. And one of them goes, I'm putting this above the bar. And it's like, I want you to put this movie in a landfill.
Well, don't worry, because that pays off later.
It does. I'm so disappointed in us. We could be playing Magic the Gathering right now.
What? Us?
Yeah, with the new Texas Chainsaw expansion. It's only a matter of time. But yeah, no, the other thing they find is this man finds a woman cradling a child to her chest. And she's like, please, you got to help us. I don't, because she had been shot and she's lost a lot of blood. And it's really fucked up. He
takes the baby from her.
He's like, don't worry, I got her. And then straight up fucking like American History X kicks her in the face.
Yep.
It's really graphic.
Yeah. I mean,
and I get it. You're establishing that the Sawyers are the victims here.
Exactly.
But no, they're not. It's like, well, Freddy Krueger got burned really bad. And it's like, yeah, but he's a child molester and
Allegedly.
murderer. Oh, I hate that you still do that.
No, by the end of that, we proved.
Yeah, we proved without a doubt that Freddy Krueger and the president.
It's not funny what they did.
No,
it's funny
that this is where we are in the world.
Yeah, that our president is a horror film villain.
The president has more in common with Freddy Krueger, the character, than he does Robert Englund, the actor. Because Robert Englund's a good person. Freddy Krueger is a sex pest.
Yeah. But thankfully, the Miller family take this child, this young girl.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, is that a baby? And he's like, yeah, put it in the car. Shut the fuck up. I got it for you.
Yeah, basically. It's like, and the main key takeaway here is on her chest.
Yeah.
Is all of the Sawyers wear a S symbol necklace.
Which is...
It stands for hope.
Yeah. It's really stupid. Like, from a storytelling perspective, it's so stupid.
Yeah. But it has, in the fire, the metal heated up and has burned part of that symbol into the baby's chest.
Correct. Now, the house is flat. It is dust and charcoal. So everyone is obviously dead because there would be nowhere for anyone to go.
Yeah. Right. So, rip the Sawyer family.
Credits roll.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a short film.
And it could have been.
I wish it were shorter.
Then we jump to 2012, and there is a woman named Heather who she works in a grocery store cutting meat.
Now, I want to get out in front of something. The actress that plays Heather is it Alexandra?
Alexandra.
Okay, I've always said Drea, so I'll make sure I don't moving forward. Alexandria. Oh, fuck. No, Miss Daddario is fine in this.
Right.
She has been in stuff that I very much like her in. This is kind of just generic sort of, and like she's made to be like this weirdly emo sort of very thick, heavy eyeliner. Here's what I need to say. Alexandra Daddario has very large breasts.
What?
Like, famously, she has very large breasts for a person her size.
Oh, do you think that's why they shot this in 3D?
No, but that is really fucking funny. No, but wow, did this movie go, oh, she's hot. Like, let's use her near naked body. She never wears a shirt that is like in the beginning of the movie.
Midriffs all over this movie.
Well, and then eventually just nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find it a little sleazy, if I'm being honest, the way they treat this character. And also the whole heel turn of like, I'm a Sawyer at the end of the movie. Also really stupid. That's what I'm saying, man. This movie is stupid and it's a time capsule to when I was a teenager. So I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Same reason I love Jimmy Buffett.
Wow.
Reminds me of the fact that I am Florida trash.
But this character is named Heather Miller, played by Alexandra Daddario. She was in a 2007 horror film called The Attic, directed by Mary Lambert. Mary Lambert most famously directed Pet Sematary.
Interesting.
The 2010 horror film Bereavement. She was in Burying the Ex, which is a 2014 horror comedy directed by Joe Dante.
Oh, okay.
She's in the supernatural drama from 2018 called We Have Always Lived in the Castle. She was in a 2019 horror film called We Summon the Darkness. And then she's also the voice of Lois Lane in Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and 2 of the Crisis on Infinite Earths animated films.
I did not know that.
And then other people probably know her from Percy Jackson, those movies, or...
She's in 2 things that I know. She plays a character whose name I can't remember. I know her last name is Taft. She is in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Right.
She plays a love interest of Charlie Kelly's for an episode.
Right.
She is also in an episode or 2, I believe, of the show New Girl.
Okay.
Which is pornography.
Right.
And if you want to know why, eventually you're going to have to subscribe to our Patreon and listen to an episode of the show What's Going On, where we discuss that.
Yeah.
More coming soon.
But Heather, she gets a letter and finds out that she was adopted and that her grandmother has passed away.
And then you have the funniest line in the entire movie, which it cuts to her having gone to her parents' house. And the conversation opens with her father being like, what do you want me to say? You want me to tell you that your mother's uterus does just fucking shit? And it's like, what the fuck?
Everything that comes out of this man's mouth is awful.
It's awful and hilarious.
Yeah. Because then
like
eventually, like, because the mom is like trying to just like talk her down about the whole thing. And like, we try to do the best for you. And he's just like, we should have left your ass there in the flames.
Yeah, we should have shot you with a gun like we did your mom. It's like, what the fuck? The other thing, though, is that the adoptive mother does like the classic like narcissistic abuser thing of like, what are we not good enough for you? Do you not love us anymore? And it's like, oh, sweetheart, now I understand why your eyeliner is so thick.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You, like J.D. Vance, were not loved by your drug-addicted mothers. That's why that eyeliner's so thick, baby.
That makes sense. She goes back to her place where we find her boyfriend, Ryan.
Yep.
Who is played by a gentleman named Tremaine Neverson, better known by his artist, like his musical artist performing name of Trey Songz.
What the fuck?
That's Trey Songz, baby.
I did not know that. That's cool.
One of his songs plays in this movie during the scene where he's playing pool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has only been in like 3 other movies. He was in a 2010 Christian drama called Preacher's Kid.
Okay.
He is in a 2013 rom-com called Baggage Claim and a 2018 action thriller called Blood Brother.
You know, the Baggage Claim is actually a prequel to its then sequel, Bilbo Baggage Claim.
That's so dumb. Fuck you. Just like this movie. That's why I loved it. He gets an introducing credit.
That's fun. I like his performance in this.
Yeah.
I think he is, for what he needs to be, he's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, he is the supportive boyfriend. Heather is like, she works in meat. Like, she doesn't realize that her family, the Sawyers, also come from meat. But she is also an artist, because we see like a lot of kind of like graffiti art, and like she brings home and like very morbid, very, you know, I love what I'm seeing. But he's like, you said you were going to stop that. Like,
Yeah, it is the interesting, you know, kind of a character exploration thing of nature versus nurture. Of, you know, she's obviously drawn to certain things because of her past. Can she escape them? But it's like, we don't care. Like, they just needed to immediately get their hand slapped of like, no, don't make these people likable. You can't do that. That's crazy. That's crazy shit. Don't do that. Because it's like, oh yeah, she's really drawn to like the dark and macabre part of life. And like, you know, she has this sort of fixation with like chopping and like, you know, kind of disseminating meat. And it's like, oh, maybe it's like a genetic thing. Like, it's almost like bred into her. And it's like, yeah. And if she did the thing where eventually she was like a murderer, that would be interesting. But they use it to kind of justify, I don't know. Yeah. It's all weird storytelling devices that have no real payoff.
Yeah, that's true. We also meet her friend Nikki, who's played by Tanya Raymond, who the first thing I ever saw her in was Lost, where she plays Alex Rousseau for 21 episodes. She is the daughter of Benjamin Linus.
Yeah.
Who is the best character in the show.
Okay. That's where I knew her from, because that was driving me up a wall.
Yep. I really like her in...
I thought you were just going to say I really like Lost.
I really like Lost. If we haven't discussed that. She was also in the 2011 horror series Death Valley. She is in she's in a segment of the horror comedy Chillerama from 2011. She's in the Wadzilla segment of that.
Oh, we've seen that.
Yeah, we have. She's also in Deep Blue Sea 3 from 2020. And then we meet... So her current boyfriend is a friend of Ryan, whose name is Kenny. He is played by Karam Maliki Sanchez.
It's Macaulay Culkin. Or no, I guess it's the
He's
other
more like
one.
Kieran.
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah. He's one of the Culkins.
He looks like the one from Scream. Colin Culkin. Is that it?
I don't think it's Colin.
Ghostface Culkin?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, great.
He was in Cherry Falls, the slasher film from 1990. He's also in Punisher Warzone from 2008. He plays a character named Ink.
Okay, sure.
And then he's in a 2018 thriller called Anyone Home.
I've only seen that Punisher Warzone movie the once with you.
Yeah. And it was not sticky at all.
No, I just remember that I like the guy who plays the Punisher. They didn't utilize him very well. His accent is terrible, and he just recently passed.
Oh yeah,
he was in, what is it, Stranger, or that Star Wars show?
Yeah, he was in Ahsoka.
Yeah. He's Balin Skull, I think,
something like that.
Because I've seen clips of his character, and he's great.
He is so good in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have all gotten together because they were going on a road trip to Louisiana. Yeah. And so they were like, oh, well, we're still going to do that, but we're going to go to Texas first and
we're
check
gonna
on
pass over Louisiana to get to Texas and then double back.
Yes. And so they're going to her grandmother's house to collect her inheritance. We get a line from Kenny, I believe, who says, I don't mind driving to Texas. I hear they got great barbecue.
At Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Right, Tim? Okay, he's responded, I'm sure.
Yeah. Tile cut in his response.
No, we're not doing that. Because then we'll have to give him my other Pringle.
Along the way, they, as they do in these movies, they pick up a hitchhiker. This one's named Daryl. After they accidentally hit him at a gas station in the rain.
I do like this.
Uh-huh.
I do like the rug pull of this. The
kind of happenstance of it.
Well, it's the rug pull of the, like, hey, look at what we're doing. We're doing the familiar, but then it isn't. Yeah. And I like that. I think that pays off well.
Yeah, I think that's like this movie, and we'll point them out as we see them because I have a whole section here in a second. Where it's like, yeah, they do the thing where which we have commented on in the last two movies of Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, that they just do the same hits again from the original film, but not as good and like groan inducing. And I think it's just different enough in this one that it doesn't draw your eye immediately.
I don't think this movie has a moment for that like me. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a moment in this one where it's like, oh, come on. It's like they do shit more like this where they just kind of play. Now, there's a million reasons why I go, oh, come on. But it's not because of, you know, it's not the You'll Be Dead guy in Rogue One. It's not, man, a lot of Star Wars coming out of my fucking mouth tonight.
Yeah.
I hate Star Wars.
Yeah.
I ain't got no Star Wars tattoo.
No, you don't. Daryl is played by Sean Sipos, who is in Final Destination 2. He's in Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2, which of course is directed by our old pal Bob Clark.
What the fuck?
He was also in The Grudge 2, and he plays Adam Strange in the Krypton series. Weird. I think it ran for like 2 seasons.
I don't know.
And it's about
anything about that.
It's about Kal-El's grandfather on Krypton. Like the whole series takes place there.
That sounds awful.
But yeah, he plays Adam Strange.
Sounds like one of those things that somebody pitches in the studio should have said, why?
But instead they said,
yes.
green light that right. They said, stop drilling. You have hit oil.
See, studios like that need to go through me, for my opinion. I'm just cynical enough that I can save them a lot of time and money because I'll say no to basically everything. You get 2 kinds of things. You get the green light, which is bad, but then you get the bean light.
Oh.
And then you know you should make it.
That's good.
Thanks, man.
That's how we chose what our last Patreon discussion was going to be. We got the bean light.
Yeah, we got the bean light, baby. Bean light, because I don't know if you guys know this, fans of the show. I would kill all of you if it meant that I could be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's my favorite.
I really wish that you could be Spider-Man.
I'll kill you.
Because I want to be that. During the drive, we get a little moment between Heather and Ryan and Daryl, the hitchhiker.
Yeah.
Talking about, you know, Heather trying to find her place in the world and who her family might have been and things like that. And again, it's just reiterating the theme of the movie and what she's searching for.
She's like, I just want to find where I belong. I really like, you know, sort of Hercules. I need to go the distance. I need to figure that out. And the hitchhiker looks at her and blinks a couple times. And he looks around at the others and he's like, dude, you're 40 years old. How the fuck do you not know what you want to do? It's too late.
Yeah.
You need to know that.
You're the best looking 40-year-old I've ever seen, but you don't know what you're doing with your life?
You have the tightest stomach of any human ever. Your abs are made of stone. Why haven't you aged worse? What's your secret?
Yeah. Okay, we show up in Newt, Texas. Just quickly, things that they're playing the hits here. We got a roadkill armadillo.
But the thing is it's so blinking.
Yeah.
Like it's like a second.
Right.
Doesn't
they
bother
drive
me.
past it.
But there's also probably a lot of dead fucking armadillos in Texas.
Yeah. We have to assume.
Yeah.
Nikki is wearing the red short shorts.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that. That's fun. Okay.
In this outfit, because of course they all change outfits a couple times.
I don't hate that.
Yeah. And we get a lot of like, you know, low angle shots showing off the red short shorts, just like they do in the original. Like, it is very specific. Not that I noticed them, but it happens.
I did. I think the actress who plays Nikki is a very pretty lady.
Find her very attractive. Obviously, we're road tripping in a van. They pick a hitchhiker. Whenever they make it to the gate of grandmother's house, the gate code, they meet the lawyer. The gate code is 0819. And he's like, it's best if you think of it like a date. And it's like, oh yeah, August 19th, which is when the events of the original film take place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the Sawyers, that's kind of like January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
It's when an insurrection happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or, I mean, because the house gets burned down like the next day, it's kind of like their 9/11.
Never forget.
Never forget. That's why they made it the gate code.
Yeah.
All of our codes, by the way, are all 9/11 because we don't want to forget.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
please don't hack our stuff.
It's also my password for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that they show up and she meets with her lawyer, or Verna's lawyer, her grandmother's lawyer, Farnsworth.
God. What a hilarious fucking character.
So Barry Farnsworth is played by I don't know how to pronounce his name, Richard Ryle, maybe. I've seen this guy in a ton of things.
Me too.
He is in originally, like, his big things are like he's in Casino in 95. He's in Office Space in 99. I know him originally from Grounded for Life because he does 45 episodes of that. He's like the grandfather in that sitcom with Donald Logue as the lead.
I know him originally, I think, from Office Space.
Yes.
Probably the first time I
truly,
saw him.
that's where I saw him first.
Yeah.
But Grounded for Life is where I watched that show.
Which is weird because here we are back with Mike Judge.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
You picked up on that, eh?
Yeah.
He is in Hatchet in 06. He is in Halloween 2 in 09. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Oh, okay.
He is in Chillerama from 2011. He is in the wraparound zombie movie storyline with the drive-in.
Right.
And then he comes back for 3 from Hell in 2019.
I'm so excited to watch those movies.
Soon enough. But yeah.
By the way, hint.
Wink.
Yeah.
A wink.
Maybe we do a little bit more Bill Moseleying. Maybe we'll Bill Moseley on over to the 3 from Hell, the Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
The Firefly trilogy. Maybe a little bit of Otis. Maybe a little bit of Sherry Moon Zombie's weird butt.
Yeah. It's a good butt. Anyway, and you see it in every zombie film.
I think this is our zaniest episode so far.
Could be.
I'm gonna get my slide whistle.
Oh, please do. But yeah, she meets with the lawyer and he gives her this is what I wanted the clip to be.
Yeah.
Because I like this interaction that they have here, and he's like giving her the information and he's handing over these pamphlets, and he's very much like, you need to read this letter. It's very important that you read the letter that I'm handing you right now. Also, you have your grandmother has left you the house, the grounds, but you can never sell it, ever. And she's like, all right. And then they mosey on into this, old plantation house is what it looks like.
It's an old plantation house. It's massive.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck's taking care of it? Because she's like...
Well, I know one guy who's really good with power tools.
Farnsworth.
Yeah.
But the power tools are like big, like plug-in vibrators.
Yeah.
He vibrates his own butt in his mustache. I love his mustache, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of a much sweeter, much more relatable Bob Murray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if he's ever played Santa Claus.
Probably not. You just read his filmography. So.
Yeah, those are the only things he's ever done. Now, his filmography went forever.
I'm sure.
I was like I'm going to pick just the horror stuff and like his 2 big things.
Yeah.
But yeah, they explore the house. Heather goes off on her own. She to the old the Sawyer Carson family graveyard plot that's in the backyard.
Yeah.
And so we get a lot of headstones of the whole family.
Yeah.
And
as if to be like, yeah, they died. And it's like, yeah, fuck, of course they did.
We watched them burn.
Right.
Or get shot.
And even if they didn't, it's been 40 years. Yeah, they died.
And not all of us can age as well as Heather.
Yeah. Is the secret her boobs?
Maybe.
It feels they both stand out so much, her boobs and also her appearance for her age, that I feel like they have to be related.
Probably connected.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm looking for causation and correlation, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Her grandmother, we see her grandmother's headstone, Verna Sawyer Carson. Her death date is September 29th of 2012. So it firmly sets the movie in 2012.
Yeah.
But then right next to it, there is another grave for Loretta Sissy Sawyer, but grass has conveniently grown over the death date. All we see is August 19th. And I guess they were trying to we won't show you the death date so you won't think about the math that it would take then. But then it's but you start the movie immediately following the events of the original film, which starts with a title sequence which gives us the date.
Or just cast a 40-year-old.
You could have just cast a 40-year-old.
Cast Allison Janney. What was she up to?
Winning Oscars.
And getting our respect.
They're going to stay the night, but they all pile into the van to go into town to buy supplies and stuff. Daryl, the hitchhiker, he's like, don't worry, I'll stay behind. Take all your bags in. I'll clean up around the place.
He's like, this house is very nice because he's Borat now.
Yeah.
But he goes to steal stuff, and we are now introduced to the most interesting part of the movie, which the Netflix Texas Chainsaw will go on to replicate, which is this woman felt bad for Jed, also known as Bubba, also known as Leatherface, and kept him alive, fed, and cared for in the basement of this home.
Yeah.
With a giant key that unlocks a wooden door, and then you go down to the basement, the wine cellar, and then there's a metal sliding door, because that's all Bubba knows how to use. Jed, it doesn't matter. And he slides the metal door open, and who's in there? Leatherface.
Yeah.
They never call him Leatherface in this.
I don't know if they do. I love, because he looks in there. He can't get the door open at first.
Right.
And he's looking around for something to pry it open with. And I love this jump scare. I think it is so effective. And because we're following Daryl as he moves back across the basement. He's digging around in this chest of a tool chest, and he picks up a screwdriver. And as he turns back toward the door, Leatherface has silently opened it, and then we get the hammer to the face, which again, that's the first kill in all these movies typically.
But it doesn't do the thing where you don't do the leg shake and you don't hold the camera.
Minorly, but not. It doesn't draw attention to itself.
It's not an homage. It's no. This is how this guy who grew up working a slaughterhouse knows how to kill somebody, and he was probably in the middle of doing something similar.
Yeah.
And then he's the hitchhiker is bodily dragged into this dark, area, and that's the end of him.
Pretty much.
Well, we can see his legs get sawn off at one point. But
yeah, Leatherface, Jedediah Jed Sawyer is played by Dan Yeager. He was in Metalheads, the 2011 music comedy. Okay. He is in Sharknado 4. The Fourth Awakens from 2016.
Yikes.
He is in something called a Wakefield Project from 2019. It's a sci-fi horror film. And then the horror comedy, The Once and Future Smash from 2022.
We've already discussed this. He's very good.
He's very good.
He's very good as a slasher.
Good presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good eyes. The performance in his eyes is great,
dude. And what's really weird on the special features is that they talk, the director talks about they bumped into him, and he was just oh yeah, and he's saying this thing of he has just got the most intense eyes, but his brow ridge is so heavy. It's like he's an actual caveman that we just and then the camera pulls out and he's standing right beside him.
He's this disgusting, ugly monster. And he's what?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
But then this actor is the amount of times he is standing there with Gunnar Hansen and he is I can't believe that I am standing where I am right now.
That's awesome.
Getting to work with you as this character, he was just so excited for it.
That's great. I love that. You can tell. You can just tell the amount of work that he put into capturing it. It's great.
Yeah. Like looking at that original film, that performance, and going, okay, all these years later, the life that he has now had to live.
Yeah.
Where are we now with him? Heather and the rest of them are in town, and they're at a grocery store buying stuff. We get a quick the audience, get to see the scene between Nikki and Ryan that then shows us that they have hooked up in the past, and Nikki is still trying, but Ryan is like, I am with Heather. That was like, I was drunk. That was a one-time thing. It never happens again. Knock it off before somebody notices.
Yeah, knock it off before somebody gets hurt.
And this is where Heather then meets Deputy Carl.
Yeah.
And then Mayor Bert Hartman, who is, again, the guy who led the mob in the opening scene. And the mayor tries to, immediately bumping into her, I can't remember how, but like they immediately know she's a Sawyer, that she's there at her grandmother's house. And so he's immediately just like, well, how much money would it take for me to buy that place from you?
Right.
Name it. Anything. And she's like, well, no, it's not for sale. I literally just got here and I've been told not to sell it. And he's like, no, but name your offer. And then she just fucks off.
And he's like yelling down the road at her, like, tell me a number, you bitch. And it's like, what do you want the house for?
Yeah. And also he's awful. Deputy Carl is played by Scott Eastwood.
Okay. Interesting.
Things that I've seen him in. He was in, actually, I haven't seen this movie, but he's in Fury, the 2014 war drama directed by David Ayer. He was also in the Oscar-winning 2016 film Suicide Squad, also directed by David Ayer. He's in The Fate of the Furious from 2017. He's in Pacific Rim Uprising from 2018, and he's in Fast X from 2023.
He's also Clint Eastwood's son.
What?
That's another thing.
Yeah, he was in Gran Torino and some other Eastwood movies.
The Mule, probably.
Mayor Bert Hartman is played by Paul Ray. He was in True Grit from 2010. He's in a thriller from 2018 called The Open House. He was in The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, which both True Grit and Buster Scruggs are directed by the Coen brothers. Yeah. He is in the meal ticket segment of that. But again, he is...
I like The Ballad of Buster Scruggs quite a bit.
Same. And I love True Grit.
That movie's so good. Anything with Jeff Bridges, though, is good.
Yeah, and pretty much anything by the Coen brothers.
Yeah. Anything with Scott Eastwood. Oh, except this. And Suicide Squad. Clint, your son's a piece of shit.
He's hitting like a 500 maybe. I don't know. I don't understand baseball or analogies. So when Heather and them make it back home, they find that the house has been ransacked by Daryl, who was stealing all their silverware and china.
But he's gone. They don't know where.
He's very gone. They try to make the best of things, and we get this reiteration of Heather just being excited to finally have found her family, who are all dead. And so they make a toast to the Sawyers, the true heroes of this story.
To the Sawyers. They never ate nobody.
No, certainly not. While the rest of them are like playing pool and doing things, Heather, she's walking around exploring the house. She notices in all these photos that are on the wall, all the Sawyers wear the S necklace, and she realizes that is her, quote, birthmark.
Yeah. Also, Nikki's like, hey, boyfriend of our lead, there's something in the barn that I need your help with. There's a spooky thing out there, and I need your help. And he's like, oh, okay. And he goes out there with her. So now you have our characters have split up.
Yeah. And then Kenny is working in the kitchen making dinner.
Making people.
And he...
to the Sawyers.
he finds the secret door to the butler's pantry is what he calls it. Which then leads down to the wine cellar. And we get another jump scare of he goes down there and he's looking around, and then out of the pitch darkness of this corner of the room, Leatherface bolts at him and chases him back up the stairs, and then using like, you know, a hook that, what did they call him in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where they were like he could have gotten 60 in a minute if only something could have gotten the beefs out of the way or whatever.
Yeah.
The hook and pull gang. Is one of those hooks. And so he hooks and he pulls him back down the stairs there, and drags him back in. We get back to him in a bit. Nikki and Ryan, like you said, she tricks him out into the barn where she then strips down to seduce him. Fantastic.
Yep.
That's all I'll say. Heather eventually, did you have something more?
No, I was going to say while this is happening.
Oh, yeah.
Heather meets
her grandmother.
Yeah.
She,
her dirty, moldering corpse has been brought into the house.
Yeah. Verna's body being on display here, like in the bedroom, sitting at her like vanity, is very much like, from what I understand, what Ed Gein did with his mother's body, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You also get this, in like, she sees that body of her grandmother, who she has been to the freshly buried like grave of. And she runs back downstairs and into the kitchen looking for anyone. And this is where she lays eyes on Leatherface.
Yeah.
And there is this incredible vertigo zoom when she locks eyes with him for the first time. Because he is holding the forearm of someone, and he is snipping the fingers one by one off into a bowl on the kitchen counter. Yeah. And he just kind of looks over at her like,
oh, hey.
Yeah. We get the zoom.
He's like, oh, sorry, this isn't going to be done for a while. And she's like, what? We don't need anybody. And then winks at the camera.
And so she tries to get away. He grabs her, throws her back, and she hits her head on the like table, knocking herself out.
Yeah.
And then she wakes up,
killing her instantly.
Yeah. Credits roll again. And then the post credit scene now
is 45 more minutes.
She wakes up in the basement and she witnesses
Kenny wakes up and starts to freak out. Leatherface picks him up, puts him on the meat hook. He's still freaking out and kicks at Leatherface, who then out of anger saws him in half.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
She doesn't seem to be bothered by it, though.
Maybe a little.
Like, a little bit, but not, like, she gets up and runs away, but it's not like, oh my God, no, you're killing it. Like, she says, no, and she's concussed or whatever, but it does really very much translate to me of like, I don't really care about this.
Yeah.
I don't care. I care nothing about this man.
How well does she know Kenny? Not really.
Yeah. How well does she know Leatherface?
Soon.
She's a Sawyer.
She is a Sawyer. So
in her Sawyer.
In her heart, she knows him.
The amount of times in this movie that the words "I'm a Sawyer" is said,
it's hilarious.
It's bizarre.
Yeah. How many times do you say that about your own family?
It's like Padme in Attack of the Clones when she's like, "I'm a senator. We can't. I'm a senator. That's who I am. I'm a and it's that, but it's I'm a Sawyer. Let me eat your eyes." And that's the movie.
Yeah.
So the credits roll again after that song.
But him destroying Kenny's legs.
Yeah.
And then, Heather quickly is like, oh my God, they killed Kenny. And then she runs out of the house.
That's good.
And we get our first little kind of like her running. She hides in the graveyard. He's chasing her with a chainsaw. The first of this long chase scene. Heather uses... she dives down into Verna's now empty casket and closes herself in there. And Leatherface, he knows this trick.
Yeah, but this is one of those few moments where it was like, oh, this is a 3D gimmick.
Yes, this is the moment where I realized, oh, we haven't done a whole lot of this yet.
Yeah.
Because, it's coming right down into frame. And at the same time, Nikki and Ryan come out of the barn hearing the screams and the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Putting clothing back on.
Because they were fucking each other.
They were.
Because he's a bastard, man.
Yes.
Trey Songz out good, you.
Yeah. As good as we thought he was to Heather, he is just bad.
Trey Songz taking off Trey Thongs.
But yeah, they kind of get Leatherface's attention, who then chases them back into the barn. They close the door and he's cutting through. They find a helpful shovel and a shotgun.
Yeah.
And she shoots at Leatherface through the barn door. And then we get a moment of like, is he going to burst through? Are they safe? Whatever. And then Heather, I guess, has gotten out of the casket, gone to their van, and then drives it into the barn, grabbing both of them. And they drive away, but then unfortunately they don't wait until the gate opens and they just slam into it.
This is it's so manufactured.
Yes.
It's such manufactured suspense.
I completely agree.
Nobody would do this. And they have the code. They just used it. They left.
There are so many things in these moments here where like they slam into the gate the first time, they back up, then Heather keeps saying like, no, you've got to wait till it opens. It's got to open. So they're waiting. And the whole time it's like Leatherface is he's hobbling on. He's keep on trucking. But he catches up eventually. But it's like we just keep cutting around to everything to build that suspense. And Nikki is screaming more and more. And then he's just made it to the van as the gates open enough to where they can speed out. And then he chases him out of there. But
he chainsaws their tires. So they go screaming off and crash. It would have been better to me if they had handled it. Do it exactly the same way. Have the gate stay shut. Handle it in a dark, comedic kind of way. These movies can have some levity in them. It's something that I was talking to a friend of mine about Evil Dead Burn, and the conversation was like, I didn't like all the jokes and the humor in it. It's like, have you seen the originals? They're fucking nuts. They're out of their. They're crazy. You can have levity in a horror movie and still have it be effective and funny or effective and scary. I think it would have just been better if they had committed to the bit instead of doing all like the psychotic, like kind of, anxious snapshots all around it's like, yeah, just sit and be like, no, you got to wait. I am waiting, and just handle it like in that way. But no, they don't do that. Instead, the van crashes like Gail's van outside of the Mocker house.
And Ryan doesn't make it. He was not wearing his seatbelt.
No, so he gets mushed.
He goes through the windshield.
Yeah.
Nikki, like the van is like flipped over completely. And we get a lot of like, chainsaw bursting through windows and cutting through the side doors and things like that. And like a lot of,
Nikki's leg gets cut at one point.
Yeah. And then like he comes through again and like cuts her stomach some, but then Heather gets away and draws his attention. So leaving Nikki there.
She says, "Hey, you country fuck." Because I was like, what? A dead country fuck?
That's good. And she makes it to a nearby carnival. Because that's the other thing is this trip originally is a Halloween road trip. Because I guess this takes place around Halloween because when they make it to the like fall festival Halloween carnival, because this is where Jigsaw in a pig mask comes out chasing, screaming people from a haunted house with a chainsaw. This carnival sequence feels very odd to me.
Yeah.
It feels like in this moment, oh my God, we're going to do something really interesting. This is the first time that we're seeing in these movies, really, Leatherface is going into a public place, full regalia, the mask, the chainsaw,
running chainsaw.
He's chasing a screaming woman. He is in public. What is going to happen? And then he solely focuses on her, ignores everyone else basically, and just chases her through a carnival where no one is hurt or killed.
fucking Alexandra Daddario, Heather is screaming the entire time, call the police, call the police. No one does.
And I guess they're trying to play that off of like, oh, well, it's Halloween. So we just saw the Saw guy come out and he's chasing people screaming. And so they're not taking her seriously.
But people are taking her seriously in their performances. So
right.
It's like, then what was this?
And then she ends up like grabbing onto the Ferris wheel and riding it all the way around while Leatherface just waits for her at the other side.
Nothing, right?
Does nothing. And that's what I mean is like, it feels like it's going to be this huge action, like set piece.
Yeah.
And then nothing really comes of it.
No, it's just kind of faffing around.
Yeah.
This is the problem, is that you have an interesting first half of the movie, and then the second half of the movie is woefully predictable. They do nothing interesting at all. Something that I want to, before we get away from the carnival scene.
Yeah.
When Jigsaw, the person dressed up as Jigsaw from Saw, not something similar, that's the costume, comes out. Because they even say, like, do you want to play a game? Because I guess it's Lionsgate. Lionsgate is the distributor for Saw, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's probably how they got away with it. But to me, this came off as like, yeah, fuck you, Saw. We're the original. We're the real scary thing. And it's like,
and they wanted to do more of that. Apparently, originally in the script, they were going to have like either a chainsaw duel or Leatherface was just going to mow down the Jigsaw guy. To do that is kind of a nod of like, you know, the old Saw taking over the new Saw, you know, taking back its horror.
But it's like, don't
crown.
do that. That's so embarrassing. That's so cringy. Don't do that.
Yeah. Which they didn't, but this is the like more watered down version of that.
But even this is still cringy.
Yeah.
It's like, we get it. You're oh man, you guys are so cool. Like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of it's Eric Andre going, hey, Hunger Games, I'm still full. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's so embarrassing to me. Scott Eastwood shoots at him.
Deputy Carl.
Shoots at Leatherface. He drops the chainsaw and then runs into the woods.
He tosses the chainsaw at Deputy Carl.
Because it's a terrible digital 3D effect. Yeah, terrible.
And then just runs off into the
But
woods.
his arms are up.
Oh, he's doing the chainsaw run?
But without a chainsaw and into the woods. And it's like, what is happening? Like, he looks like he's doing a crab dance. It is so bizarre.
It is very weird.
And I know if you see a crab dance, you get hungry because of your love of crab meat. I understand.
Right. As the people know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Deputy Carl then takes Heather to the police station where she meets with Sheriff Hooper.
Yep.
Who is played by Tom Barry.
Okay.
Who, what I know him from is Space Jam from 96.
Really?
He plays, as far as I'm aware, he plays Michael Jordan's dad in the opening scene.
Okay.
He is then also in The Fast and the Furious and Too Fast, Too Furious. I'm sure he's done tons of other things, but those are what I know him from.
Okay.
And so
I know him from this. Yeah.
I like him.
I do too.
I like his performance. He's a cop in the Fast movies as well.
It's like his character's not really well utilized and is like terribly written.
It's one of the dumbest. Like he's the sheriff. The mayor, he like answers to him in weird ways where he's like, well, no, I'm the sheriff. You can't do that. And the mayor's like, I'm going to do it anyway. And he's like, all right.
Okay.
But then he also like, he just stays at the police department. Like he just stays in that building like the whole time.
Somebody's got to coordinate.
I guess they don't send enough people out to any place because the other deputy later, Officer Marvin or whatever, he's like on his own in the house for so long.
The other thing that I find strange is that he was the sheriff in 73.
Yes.
And he's the sheriff in 2012. So he's been the sheriff
for 40 years.
Retire.
He's looking good.
Oh, he looks great. He looks in his own way as good as Alexandra Daddario looks for a 40-year age difference.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because Alexandra Daddario is a 40-year-old woman. This guy is 80 years old.
Yeah. He's looking good.
He's good.
Spry as hell.
Spry is his faculties are all together.
Mm-hmm.
He's not shitting his pants in the Oval in somewhere.
Yeah. Newt, Texas. They give her a change of clothes.
Yeah.
Because she needs to change into something that's a button-up shirt now, with no bra underneath.
Right.
That is key for a moment.
Yeah. And it's not buttoned all the way.
Yeah.
It's like
it comes more unbuttoned.
It's like 2 buttons down, and then that one's buttoned, and then like the next 4, and then the last 3 are not.
Yeah. But they also give her a big box of documents all about the Sawyer family.
It's so funny because they do not give it to her. It's sitting on the table, but then they just leave.
Yeah, because the mayor shows up and he's like, hey, we got something to discuss over here.
But they leave for a long time. And it's like, what did you guys expect her to do? Like, yeah, of course she's going to go through. I would.
And she does.
Yeah, and she finds out what happened to her family. She's a Sawyer, remember?
Oh, yeah,
I'm a Sawyer.
But yeah, she goes through all this, evidence of all the things that they've done and all the things that happened to them and who her mother is and who she is and all that.
But it's like, do you have the newspaper about what happens in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre? And it's like, the camera's closing in on very specific words. And it's like 4 teenagers butchered horribly, never seen again. They killed my handicapped brother, Sally Hardesty. All these things are written. And then it's like, it cuts to talking about what the mayor and his kinfolk did in retaliation. And it's supposed to make it worse, but it's like, no, they killed a group of cannibal murderers. The Sawyers killed a bunch of innocent teenagers on a road trip.
Yeah.
For fun.
But somehow we're supposed to look at the Hartman group, the mayor's group, as the actual monsters.
It's because people, specifically movie studios, think that if you make your character morally ambiguous or even morally bad, a bad person, that we, the audience, will root against them. And it's like, well, no, we love monsters. Like, if she was evil and had the mental, the neuropathy that would lead her to do the things that the rest of the Sawyer family was doing, and then her and Leatherface at the end of it are working together because they're both disgusting, cannibal monsters. Great, cool, do that. But you again, the lesson here is you cannot humanize the Sawyers. It does not work.
Try as you might. And I'm gonna.
Oh my God.
In this essay. Sheriff Hooper and Mayor Burt, they send another officer, Officer Marvin, I believe his name is, to investigate the Carson estate. And this is where
he is a bald man.
I just don't like the way that this whole sequence is handled.
Neither do I.
It's this long, overly long sequence where he is by himself. He shows up to the bus or the van flipped over
and finds a bloody trail leading away.
And then he goes to the house and he follows the blood trail all the way into the house.
Do not do that. Do not go inside.
Right.
And he says, okay, I won't. And then the mayor gets on the walkie and says, do it. And he goes, okay.
Yeah. But he says it like Palpatine.
Do it.
And then once he makes it into the house, they're like, oh, FaceTime me real quick.
Yeah.
And then point the camera.
Because that was a thing in 2013.
And
was it?
I don't know.
I
can't remember. We used to work for Apple. I don't know.
Clearly it was.
Yeah. But it's just, we keep cutting back and forth between Officer Marvin going through the house and finding these different things, back to the sheriff and the mayor watching the live feed of his call,
and then cutting to her reading the evidence box.
And it's like, that's fine. But we do it about 4 times too many.
I don't know how exaggerative this is. I think it's like 15 minutes.
It just takes forever.
Forever.
Because it's like we watch Carson, or we watch Marvin through the entire house, through the kitchen, through the pantry, down into the basement, in past the sliding door. he finds.
Okay, now this is hilarious. And if this is what it takes to get this sequence in the movie, I do have to accept it because it's fucking hysterical.
Okay.
He opens the meat locker, like the freezer.
Right.
Nikki is still alive.
She pops up, like,
screams.
yeah.
And out of fear, he shoots her. The cop shoots her in the face.
Which is honestly probably the most realistic thing in the entire film.
A cop shooting an
innocent person. Yeah.
Yeah.
A woman of, yeah. In distress.
Well, especially of like ambiguous ethnic background. Yeah, he pops her right in the face.
Yep. And then as soon as it happens and the sheriff and the mayor have witnessed it, the mayor is like, don't worry about it. That didn't happen.
It's just immediately like, no. You're fine. That didn't happen. We'll ignore that. And it's like, God damn. Like, that's so crazy corrupt.
Yeah. And true. It's how it would happen.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. We didn't see nothing.
And then conveniently, I also don't like this. They witness that. They witness him shoot Nikki in the face.
And then the phone stops
immediately dies. But it's not because, and it may just be the way that it's edited.
Yeah.
But it's not because the phone is destroyed. It just all of a sudden magically stops working in that moment for him to turn around. And then as he's leaving, he's murdered by Leatherface with the axe.
Yeah.
In the like butler's pantry or whatever they call it.
He plays the death well.
Oh, that whole sequence is awesome. Like the way, the physicality of the whole thing, them slamming up against the cabinets and shattering glass and cabinets and everything.
It also illustrates, because up to this point we have just seen Leatherface next to kind of like teenagers and women specifically. Him being next to this big ass cop and just towering over him really illustrates how big this stunt performer is. Oh yeah, huge.
And then like, it's the use of like rubber foam props for him to actually attack the officer. But then they built like the officer's head. They did a whole head sculpt so that he could take an actual axe and beat into that with blood inside. And it's like we said, practical effects are great in this. Costuming is great in this.
Yeah.
All that's great. Which then leads to he takes said officer down, cuts his face off.
Yeah.
And sews himself a new mask.
Yeah. And then sews that mask. He puts it on and then sews like stitches in through the mask into his cheeks to keep it on his face.
Yeah.
Super gross. Yeah. I love it.
And then we also get to witness him in one of these little kind of humanizing moments or whatever, where he turns and we see from the very beginning of the movie, we see the group photo of the mob
that killed all the Sawyers.
And that was in the newspaper. And so he has a clipping of that on the wall. Leatherface does. And he, after killing this cop, he like basically looks at his face and looks at the old photo and sees that guy. And so he like takes an ice pick and like scratches out his face.
Yeah. That guy, that cop, 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was a cop then.
It's the opposite of Haddonfield. In Haddonfield, cops don't live to be past 33.
Yeah.
They graduate the academy, they get 8 years on the job, and they get hacked to pieces.
Yeah. Then there was that couple of years where they get hacked to pieces, they hire a new force, and the next year, man,
all those guys gone.
Then they might have had another about like 10 minutes.
We said that.
Or 10 years after that?
I think so. We said that at the exact same time, in the exact same cadence.
Yeah.
The same tone and everything.
Yeah, let's say Old Slaughterhouse.
Okay, ready? Old Slaughterhouse. That's how he says it.
Work shed.
Oh, shit, dude. That's good. Fuck. Pretend I said that too, guys.
But yeah, he scratches out the picture, and then the mayor, angry at this whole thing, is like, we gotta wipe out the rest of the Sawyers, including that girl. Where is she?
Because she left the evidence room that she's in and has written in red marker, where did she get it? But it doesn't matter. She's written in red marker, murderers.
Maybe it's her own blood.
Ew. But she wrote murderers on this picture.
Right.
Of all of the like posse.
Mm-hmm. She calls the lawyer.
Yeah, this is the problem. Is like, she calls the lawyer. The lawyer's like, I'm going to meet you at a bar. They go to the bar. The lawyer then explains everything we have now been told visually.
Yeah.
That Verna has kept Leatherface downstairs for years. We know that. We know that. We've seen it.
Yeah. But just in case you didn't pick all that up,
Yeah.
the filmmakers were like, hey, you know that old adage, show, don't tell?
We're going to do both.
Show and tell.
Yeah, look at all this stuff.
And so, yeah, they do that. But it gives us another little moment with the lawyer, and I do love this actor.
Yeah.
So.
And then the cops show up.
And she runs out the back door.
Slashing a guy in the face.
Yeah.
Like the mayor's right-hand man.
Yeah, who's named Ollie.
Okay. And then
she gets in she gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
Like unrelated, gets hit by a car. This is where she no, it is Ollie though. That's where she slashes him because he hit her to stop her. And then she runs away and gets in the car of Deputy Carl.
At which point, Deputy Carl is on a phone call with the mayor, and he's like, yeah, I got her in the backseat of my car anyway. Love you, Dad. And she's like...
That's Clint Eastwood?
No, but she screams in the back of this cop car. It reminds me, have you seen the Twilight movies?
Yeah.
You know the line delivery? It's so infamous at this point, the line delivery of Kristen Stewart's, where it's like, you gave my daughter a nickname based on the Loch Ness Monster? And it's like really bad. And she's like, Alexandra Daddario like, that's your father? And it's like so terrible.
It is this scene in the cop car is the most bizarre delivery of every line that she gives. Because it's the overacting, it's shocking, I guess, if like... But is it? I don't know. It's like we already saw an interaction between them. When she first meets Deputy Carl and then the mayor immediately afterwards in town earlier. The mayor, she's talking to Deputy Carl. The mayor walks up and goes, you want me to have, this deputy bothering you? Because I'll have him shot or something like that. And it's like there's this like
jokey.
Playful like joke.
Why would that be surprising?
And then the deputy is just like, yeah, and he'll do it too. And it's like they know each other. There's a familiarity there.
So finding out that it's not just they know each other because they live in this and work in the public sector of this town and like get along very well, but that that's also my dad. And she's like, what the fuck?
It doesn't warrant that level of screaming.
And then you can see her like calculating in the back of the car. And she's like, to me, it was like, oh, I'm going to seduce him because my giant breasts are basically out of my shirt. And I'm like doing sexy eyes. And it's like, I thought you were cute. And then without waiting for it to do anything, she sticks a knife through one of the holes and is like, I'm a Sawyer. And it's like, you've done it too fast.
Yeah.
It's too fast. There's no reason for it to have happened. There's also no stakes here. You're in the back of a cop car.
There's nothing you can do at this point.
So
he drives her out to the Sawyer family's old slaughterhouse.
The what?
The old slaughterhouse.
Work shut. And they track him in the police station. So the mayor's like, I know where he's going.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we're going to use her to lure Leatherface.
No, well,
that's what I took from it.
Yeah, because they tie her up to lure Leatherface there,
so they can kill them both.
But then the only reason that Leatherface knows that she's there or that they're going there is because he, having killed Officer
Milton,
Marvin,
whatever it is,
he's pushing his cop car from the road up to hide and stash the cars like they do,
which I liked.
Yes. And the CB radio, he overhears it.
Right.
And so then he knows that they're at the slaughterhouse. And so he goes over there. But it's like, was that the plan?
Right. Did you know that he would do? I don't know.
Did you guys read the script?
He goes, Leatherface goes, he tracks down this place and he finds her. And he goes to kill her. He's going to push the chainsaw through her chest.
Right.
And by the way,
this is where her shirt defies physics.
Yeah.
For 10 minutes.
We have reached the event horizon of her nudity because she didn't do nudity in this.
Right. She apparently had a no nudity clause.
Right.
But she says that she had told them, like, if I need to, if it makes more sense, I will do it. And they were like, no, we don't want it to be too gratuitous. But it's like, when you see what you're seeing, it's like, how would that have been any worse than what we're already seeing?
You literally see everything else.
Right.
You just don't see Nini's, but you see everything else. And she's shaking him around because she's freaking the fuck out. And it's like, it is very bizarre.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
But he goes to kill her and then he sees the little burn scar. Now, 2 questions. Number 1, again, how did he survive that house burning down in the beginning? But it doesn't matter.
As soon as that first Molotov cocktail came in through the front window, he was booking it out the back.
A developmental.
But none of the rest of them thought to do that.
They all thought.
He was the smartest of them.
Yeah, they all thought. Well, he could think outside of the box.
That's true.
Because that box is made out of human skin. He looks around and he's like, oh, that baby got a burn from that necklace. I'll have to remember that for later. Because he sees this oblong, misshapen burn scar, and he, the developmentally disabled, emotionally 8-year-old boy child, is like, oh, I got it. You're a Sawyer. And it's like, oh, shut up.
Okay, now you're not wrong. But I will say, the lawyer, Farnsworth, he did, in the bar scene, I believe he explains to her that her grandmother was aware of Heather.
Right.
And so Leatherface, Jed, is also aware that he has a cousin.
It's the burn being the thing that points it out. It's like, he wouldn't have known any of that happened, but what the fuck ever. So he saws the ropes or whatever that hide her. There's also another stupid chainsaw duel here.
Yeah.
The mayor.
Wait, you mean awesome?
No, I don't.
Anytime there's a chainsaw duel, it's awesome.
The mayor is there and he is like, we got you. And then the cop is there also. Like the boy cop, the mayor's son, Scott Eastwood is there. Who does she stab with the pitchfork? Oh, Ollie.
Ollie. Yeah.
Okay.
Bert and Ollie are there.
Okay. Yeah.
Where does fucking Eastwood go in the rest of this? He drops her off. He chains her up there and then he just leave? He's not in the rest of the movie.
Was there.
No, I don't think so.
Huh. You know what he did? He went on to have a better career. That's what he did. He went on to have the world's most famous dad. His dad saw this movie and was like, I wouldn't have taken that role. You know? See, the audience is only going to get half of that. They're going to hear a so-so impression, but they didn't see my face.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, trust me, guys. It hurt. So, I mean, who gives a shit? The way the movie ends.
They're fighting.
Yeah.
She escapes.
They
end up wrapping around. Bert and Ollie wrap a chain around Leatherface's
and they're dragging him into a baler.
Right.
But he gets the upper hand.
Because Heather kills Ollie with a pitchfork.
Yeah, she's the if it were her movie, it would be the Texas Pitchfork Massacre.
True.
That's her weapon.
And then she tosses Leatherface his chainsaw, and she says the most famous line in this film: "Do your thing, cuz."
I literally, I mean, we've heard some rough dialogue in this show. We have heard some really painful dialogue. There is nothing more embarrassing that we have heard so far than "do your thing, cuz."
Yeah.
As she, a 40-year-old woman, speaks to Leatherface.
Oh my God.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
So he saws the mayor's feet off, and then the sheriff shows up.
Yeah.
And he's like aiming a gun at Leatherface. And the mayor's like, shoot him. And then the sheriff of the town.
Yeah, the mayor at this point is like hanging down into the meat grinder baler thing. He's hanging onto a chain.
Yeah, because he had his feet.
Yeah,
but
like
all but sawed off.
Yeah, he cuts his
yeah.
tendons, yeah.
And he's hanging there and he's like, shoot him, you coward, shoot him. And then the sheriff pointing a gun at a 40-year-long fugitive of the law, known mass murderer and cannibal.
Right.
Who is currently wearing a mask made out of human skin.
Of one of his deputies.
Correct.
He doesn't know that, but
it really doesn't matter whose skin it is when you're wearing a mask made out of a face. He's looking at him with a gun drawn on him. and his hatred of the mayor, who, to my knowledge, his biggest crime is being a bit of a sleazeball and also killing a cannibal family and mob justice during the 70s. And his hatred of the mayor is so severe that he takes this gun, puts it back in his holster, and allows the psycho mass murderer cannibal to hack his hands off and let the mayor get pulled into the baler, where he is turned steadily into some fresh Bucky's brisket.
Wow.
It's Texas, baby.
You explained all of that beautifully. And when you lay it all out like that, I have to agree with that sheriff. I really hate that mayor, and I would have let him do their thing. Leatherface is the hero here.
No, he's not. No, that's what I don't understand. No, why? No, and how come? That's so stupid.
Because, the mayor was just...
It doesn't matter.
He's bad.
It doesn't matter. The mayor is skeezy and like a scumbag. Leatherface eats people.
Okay.
He saws them to pieces. 15 minutes ago, we watched him tin snipping someone's fingers off into a bowl, presumably to cook and eat.
Probably.
I don't know why they expected us to go along with this.
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous
from the moment that it starts. But that's the other thing. It's not like it comes out of necessarily nowhere. It is like that is what they set out to do with the film.
I know.
With the story.
It's just crazy. It's insane that the audience are supposed to see the Sawyers, the man wearing a mask who is just hunting random teenagers through the woods again, responsible for 3 deaths within the last hour. And we're supposed to be like, yeah, cop, you let him go. And then he does. The cop is literally
like, clean all this up.
Clean this shit up and then get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So
he throws back before he makes his decision. He does throw back the eye for an eye. You can't get past the good book line back at the mayor.
Now, do you think Jesus Christ said anything about cannibalism in the Bible? I don't think he did.
I don't know.
And I think the reason he didn't is I don't think he thought he needed to. If Jesus was alive, I don't think, and he's teaching all of these moral and ethical lessons, I don't think and he never said anything about homosexuality, by the way.
Right.
But I think he would have mentioned a bunch of, these are the things that kind of God in heaven expect from you. I don't think he mentioned cannibalism because he's like, oh, and by the way, yeah, if you eat people, you go to hell. It's just... Do you need me to tell you that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he said, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill, and then in parentheses, or eat anyone. Because that's fucking crazy that you would think about doing that.
Yeah. Our epilogue is that the cousins, they go back to their homestead.
She finally reads this fucking letter.
Right. Where she learns her real name is Edith Rose Sawyer.
Yeah.
And that we learn all the things we already know. Leatherface lives in the basement. He always has.
But it's then our main character now realizing, no, not even, because the lawyer already told her all of this.
Yeah.
You just did this to get Sally's actress.
It's more of through the letter, her learning like, hey, yeah, this is what I have planned for you, is like, you get the house, you get the grounds, but like you now have to take on the responsibility of taking care of your cousin Jed, who you have to take care of, but he will protect you until his dying day.
That is so
weird. But like he still butchers people. It's not like he's learned to not do that in the 40 years.
I don't understand. If you take care of him, he'll protect you. And it's like, he's a fucking psychopath. He's a developmentally disabled psychopath living in a subterranean lair, cooking and eating people. Shoot him with a gun and sell the house. But she's immediately like, okay, Jed, I'm going to take your... What if he just freaked the fuck out and killed her anyway?
Well, I mean, he does spend the first, the second act of the movie chasing her around with a chainsaw.
Thank God she had that burn scar.
She was moments from death several times.
But that's how the movie ends.
Yeah.
Our protagonist is now going to spend a lifetime taking care of Leatherface.
Yeah, I mean, how many good years does she really have left? She's 40.
Yeah, Leatherface is 80 years old. No, Leatherface is like 19 in the first movie. He's supposed to be like a kid, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's give him that. So he's 60?
Sure.
Okay.
And then in 2022, he is 90 years old.
Yeah, he's a
him and Michael.
Seasoned.
Him and Michael need to use that like weird lift to get themselves out of bed.
Yeah.
They use the chair car from Evil Dead Burn.
It's good.
Yeah, I like
They
that
need
movie. I like it.
We do get a post-credit scene. I don't know if you sat through the credits.
No. Oh, guys, this is a Third Channel exclusive. No, because nobody else has seen this either. What is it?
It's a post-credit scene where we see a car pull up outside of the Carson house, and Heather's adoptive parents arrive to greet her, and they're all like the dad who was so terrible earlier. She's like, "Oh man, this is great! Look at how much money this is! Like we got this big house now because of Heather and whatever." And they knock on the front door, and then you hear a chainsaw start and rev, and the doors get kicked open, and Leatherface pops out.
I really wish I had seen that. That would have been great.
And then they wow, no, the credits already rolled. But yeah,
but they do it anyway.
My biggest gripe with it is they cut away from it too quickly. It's like, and you haven't seen it, so it doesn't necessarily. But it's like they show him pop out, and then it's just boom, they're gone again. It's black, and we're done.
Now they've learned the lesson of
subtlety.
Brevity is the soul of wit.
I don't need them to show them being murdered, but I just wanted to see him in like his glory for like an extra couple of seconds.
I'd like to see him get murdered. Why not? You have the budget?
Well, yeah, I mean, they could have.
They gave them $20 million to shoot this piece of garbage.
Okay.
They spent $10 million on Alexander Daddario. $5 million for each one.
Right.
Guys, they're really big. I'm not trying to sound like a pervert. It's just they make a point to make them a focal. They're a big part of the movie.
Mm-hmm. It is. There's a lot of well, okay. That kind of, I guess, brings us into talking about the movie as a whole. It's like, I think that Adam Marcus, who wrote the basic script for this, because we talk, I mean, the big confusing things about this are, why are we supposed to be rooting for Leatherface? Why are we supposed to be rooting for the Sawyers? Why are we trying to make him an anti-hero? Why are they supposed to be the not bad guys? We've made the human characters that are around them, oh, they're the real bad guys. They're the real monsters and all this. It's like, it feels like, and I think you kind of said it, of we as horror fans do get behind the slasher killers a lot of times, of like, we root for eventually Jason and Freddy.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Leatherface can fall under the same umbrella because they eat people.
Freddy can't either. That's the thing. Freddy can't either. Michael and Jason, yes, because their crimes are slasher stapley. They're murder. And in a world of horror movies, murder is a precursor to them being there, right?
Right.
Freddy Krueger is a child molester. So immediately you cannot humanize Freddy. You can't root for Freddy.
Right. But because those movies go, as the franchises go on, become so off the rails,
right,
that we still then identify with just the goofiness, the
Looney
of
Tunes.
Yes. And so we root for like, oh man, how is he going to do it this time?
Right.
How is he going to kill these teens?
Leatherface is a cannibal with a saw who cuts people apart and eats them.
Yes.
Right. It's a step too far.
And so, yeah. And so I think it's that 20 years before this movie comes out, Adam Marcus writes and directs Jason Goes to Hell the Final Friday, which is, from our discussion on that, him going, I'm a big fan of these movies and this character. So I'm going to make a movie that doesn't feel or look anything like a Friday the 13th movie.
I'm going to make
because this is what the fans truly want.
Yeah, I'm going to make a movie where Jason is out of his body for almost the entire thing, and he's just like a business guy. And so in this one,
he's like, oh man, I love Leatherface. They're like, he started the slasher franchise. He is like the granddaddy of them all. So everybody loves this movie.
So I'm going to make him like an aged Rottweiler that's being rescued from a junkyard.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not what, no, he's the bad guy. Do the bad guy thing.
Yeah. He's not like the rock star that Jason Voorhees becomes, where, those movies boil down to like, okay, you've put him in like the same location or a new location, but he's butchering a new group of teens. But it's just like, we just care about how is he going to spill the blood this time. It doesn't work the same way.
No, it is the Mortal Kombat of it all, where in Mortal Kombat 10, you had 4 horror characters that were added to the roster as downloadable content. A Yautja, a Xenomorph, so Alien versus Predator.
Nice.
Jason Voorhees makes total sense to be in that game.
Yeah.
Total sense. He's undead. He's unkillable. He's got the big hatchet. He does gory shit. Great. Put him
Sexy.
Put him in there.
Tall.
And then Leatherface.
Okay.
And it's like, there's nothing special about him. He's just a big guy with a saw. I don't know. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. And I think this is an important question that I think a lot of people are dying to know the answer to. Do you recommend Texas Chainsaw 3D?
I think you're gonna disagree, but yeah, I'm
gonna fucking throw something at you.
I still, as dumb as the whole thing is, and as much as you immediately from the jump can poke holes in why are we making this movie the way that we are? Why are we trying to do the things that we are with these characters in this family? The dialogue being as awful as it is, everything being as dumb as it is, I still just kind of dig it, man. Like I don't know what it is. I enjoy it for what this weird little movie is.
Sure.
And that's coming off of the back of like some awful things.
Yeah.
3 and 4 are pretty terrible.
Yeah. 4
like
especially.
I've tried to give them, a fair shake, but I don't like those movies. I don't like to watch them. The remake and the prequel to the remake, not to spoil any sort of other discussion, I enjoy those films.
I like both of those movies.
But this is like 10 years then later again, and it's like, man, I really just want to see what the Sawyers are up to or what Leatherface is up to or whatever.
Yeah.
And
you just completely lose the thread of the entire series.
But I'm still just like, it's a fun watch.
Yeah.
People are attractive to look at. The gore is great. The costuming, the special effects, makeup, all of that is great.
We didn't even talk about the fact that Bubba kept his tie all those years. His
Yeah,
weird
he
little
did.
baby tie is off to the side.
Yeah.
He's Jed now, I guess.
Yeah. Whenever he loses, he goes after him at some point, but he like specifically puts on like his good dress tie.
Yeah, he's gonna go murder.
Do you recommend
No.
Texas Chainsaw?
No. I also like this movie. I think it's wild. I think it's a microcosm of a lot of things that were going on at the time. A lot of the competitiveness and the weirdness of like the way horror was during this period. But like, no, I don't. It is in its way. It is simply too stupid. It doesn't do anything intelligently. Everything it does, and that's why I am entertained by it, is because some of the things they do are so ridiculously bizarre that for a moment you forget it's also really stupid.
Yeah.
But eventually you remember, and it's like, man, dude, no, I do not.
Yeah. It's not a good movie by any stretch.
It's not a good movie. It's
but
also,
I do like it.
By the merit of its narrative, it's also not very entertaining. It is. They do a couple interesting things, but for the most part, it is predictable and sort of cookie cutter horror movie of the week. And they had so much time, so much money, so much talent, and they just didn't do anything terrific with it.
Well,
So I guess we should be specific because, you know, we said that we were going to be more clear about what's next because we kind of interrupted the whole franchise with a brand new movie from a different franchise we'd already discussed. And then we skipped 2 movies. So I think we should be very clear because, you know, we want people, especially with the naming convention of these goddamn movies, because they're all over the place. But next week, we are watching the film Gremlins 2. We're going to watch it again. And then following week, we're doing that one again. And this podcast is going to be Gremlins 2, the new podcast.
Thanks for tuning into the Third Channel podcast. Please, if you have the time, rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any of your favorite podcast apps.
You can follow us on social media at Third Channel Podcast, and you can find me online at thatdrosenberg.
You can also reach out to us at thirdchannelpodcast@gmail.com, where we check every message, we swear. Third Channel is hosted by PJ Minette
and Derek Rosenberg. Theme song and audio engineering by Fly Guy Ty.
The logo designed by Bell DeVelco.
Episode artwork by Nathan Walkington.
Keep it tuned right here to the Third Channel for all things horror. And remember, don't touch that dial.
Egg salad and eggs.